Yep, definitely in the building. We're gonna talk about Canelo, who his next opponent might be this weekend. I mean, not this weekend, but this year. Um, I'm gonna talk about Usyk over Tyson Fury. A lot of people talking about Usyk is the favorite over Tyson Fury right now. I don't know where that's coming from. This is new to me. Now everybody's saying that Usyk is the favorite over Tyson Fury. Then I'm hearing people don't know who Canelo gonna fight, but just a couple of months ago, I heard a lot of people talking about they know who Canelo gonna fight. They talking about, oh, Canelo fighting this person next, then he gonna fight this person. Now you hear everybody talking, they don't know who Canelo gonna fight. At this point, me talking about who Canelo gonna fight right now, they ain't doing nothing but helping everybody else out. They don't know who Canelo gonna fight. These guys giving all kind of credit out. Oh, he's gonna fight this person. He has this fight signed up. Now, just a couple of months ago, everybody said Canelo had a fight signed up already. Now that the year that started, it's about to be February. Nobody know nothing. It's like everybody don't know what Canelo's next fight is. This is amazing. The same way with the heavyweights. Now we in the month of February, nobody knows nothing. Well, everybody was saying in November, now they didn't change their mind. You know who Canelo gonna fight? No, I don't know who Canelo gonna fight. What? It's about to be February. You don't know who Canelo gonna fight? Then we talking about heavyweights. All these years, the last 3 or 4 years, we've been hearing people say Tyson Fury is the best fighter in the world. Now, after one fight with an MMA guy, Usyk gonna wash him. Bruh. I mean, and then these guys try to say they smarter than I am. How? You don't even know what you change your mind every 3 months. I don't understand this. Canelo that guy, but we don't know who he gonna fight. He doing the same thing Tank doing, but I'm supposed to pay attention to Tank. Am I gonna treat Canelo like the face of boxing, or am I gonna treat Tank like the face of boxing? On my channel, if you look at it, I treat Canelo like the face of boxing. But for some reason, fans get in the comments and they treat Tank like the face of boxing. And these guys are supposed to be Canelo fans. Come on now. We got to stop all the wishy-washy stuff, bro, in boxing. It's starting to go on and it's starting to expose a lot of people. That's why I don't like to say too much, because I see what's going on and people know what every fight is. And if you try to guess a fight and you get it wrong and, oh, this is a problem. Tell me who Canelo's going to fight. That's what I've been hearing. For the past 6 months, everybody been telling me Canelo got his plan laid out. I can't get nobody to tell me who Canelo going to fight. Nothing. Then Ngannou has a fight with Tyson Fury. Now everybody changed their pick. But they know boxing though. Tyson Fury did this, and this to Wilder. But Ngannou made you change your pick. Come on now. And it's the whole boxing world. It ain't nobody out here walking around that can just disregard anything I'm saying. I've been sitting back watching it, and everything I'm saying is concrete evidence. Everybody put it out there already. Everybody in the boxing world. I seen the Chisora fight. I said, oh man, Chisora had a hard fight against Usyk. Everybody, oh man, Usyk gonna get washed against AJ. He gonna get washed. I'm like, he's gonna get washed. Oh, let me put my money where my mouth is. I said, let me do it. Let me do it. Let me separate myself right now. Now everybody, 2 years later, now Usyk gonna wash Fury. And these the people we listening to? Come on. Like, come on now. We watch all these big fights, and these guys watch all the same guys I'm watching. The same fights, they get the same news I'm getting. And for some reason, they feelings get in the way, and they forget that kind of stuff going on. That's why I say I learned a long time ago. I'm not a people wouldn't know if I'm a huge Usyk fan or not, or a Fury fan. I just know what I seen the last fight or the fight before that and the fight before that. People try to make it seem like Fury been walking through people. Now, 2 years later, oh, Otto Wallin, he destroyed Fury. Look what AJ did. Where is this coming from? This is stuff we was talking about 3 or 4 years ago. Now you bringing it up? Nah, this sound recycled, bro. That sound like something you got from somebody else. Definitely sound like something you got from somebody else. Now the Ngannou fight, oh yeah, he looked bad against Ngannou. So, but what people don't even realize is they tried to say if Fury looked bad against Ngannou, that means Usyk could be able to beat him. But then they say, oh yeah, AJ will be able to beat him too. But what about Ruiz though? Does that mean Ruiz will be able to beat Fury? Nobody said that. Ruiz dropped AJ. Quick. In the next fight, he wasn't trying to stand in the pocket and trade with Ruiz. So I'm trying to figure out like why we don't use that theory, that triangle theory. That's the weakest thing you can use. It doesn't work. Y'all try to use it against Usyk and Chisora. That won't work now. Not with Fury. Fury's a way better fighter than what what the last couple of guys Usyk has faced. People just said that the boy had quit a couple of months ago. People forget about that. They didn't even say, oh yeah, Usyk had a good fight. They say, oh, the boy quit. Did he make him quit or did he quit? Or did he stop him? That's what I don't understand. So if a guy quit in the fight, he didn't make him stop. He didn't stop him, right? Or I'm confused on that. So does he get credit for the stoppage? Because if he just gets credit for the stoppage, that don't mean the guy quit. That just means he stops him. See how that goes? They kind of wishy-washy on that. They don't really know where to go. But it's definitely different things going on in boxing right now. I feel like it's gonna be a huge fight. But I know one thing. If Usyk does win, that's not gonna be a good thing for boxing in the UK. I'm sorry to tell people. That's not gonna be a good thing. They're running around like, yeah, AJ Usyk's gonna. This is my thing about it though. If you think Usyk gonna beat Fury, how is Fury gonna fight AJ? If you want AJ to fight the winner of Fury Usyk, that doesn't make any sense. They're trying to discredit Tyson Fury so bad, they don't even know what direction to go. I've had to hear for all these years that Tyson Fury is the best fighter in the world. Not at the one fight, he's a bum, but everybody else can get dropped and get walked down and all kind of other stuff. We just gonna forget about those fights. That's what I don't understand. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Parker beat Wilder, right? So people make it seem like beating Wilder was a big deal. Why isn't no one asking for Parker to fight Fury or Usyk or anybody? Because they know Parker was trying to survive. That's why. And that's just being honest. I've seen the fight one time. I don't gotta go back and look at it again. I can literally see it in my head. Wilder did a horrible job getting distance in that fight. But at the same time, Parker did a great job laying on his chest and throwing punches to his chin and overhand rights. A lot of stuff because Wilder couldn't really get his punch off or get balanced. So Parker did a good job on that. That was a good strategy. But Parker does that in his next fight, though, he's going to sleep. And I'm a huge Joseph Parker fan. But if he does that in his next fight with Julie John, he's going to sleep. Guaranteed. Because you're not going to lean on Julie John. He's almost 300 pounds. You can do that on 200-pound Wilder. But you do that on Julie John, you're going to sleep. Trust me. And that's just information I got. I got more on that later, but trust me. You do that on him, you're going to bed. Because last time, Joe Joyce couldn't even get past 3 rounds. And what's crazy is I told everybody, yeah, Julie John gonna get him again. No, Joe Joyce, he's a better boxer. Like, he just got stopped in the first fight. How is he the favorite again? They made him the favorite again, and he got stopped in the 3rd round. People don't want to say that, though. That's what I'm saying, bro. In American heavyweights, they got high standards for us. Because you see Jermaine Franklin, he hasn't even been active that long. He goes 12 rounds with AJ. They acting like he didn't even do nothing amazing. That's amazing what he did. What, 12 rounds? And what, he only had, 3 or 4 fights in the last, 6 years? No, that's amazing. And then I think he was coming off a Dillian White fight, so no, that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. I don't think people give credit where credit is due. A lot of times, that's what happened with when you trying to put some stuff together, because with Tyson Fury, a lot of people not giving him credit in this fight, but we gonna see. I put out a whole video asking everybody, did he train? Nobody said nothing. I said, did he train for this fight? Nobody said anything. They talking about, oh, I think Fury won and gonna. Bro, who cares? Did he win? The Ngannou fight? We're not even asking that question. Just coming out of nowhere with different things like that. I don't really understand. That's what I do not understand. I'm just asking, did he train? Because last time, everybody all of a sudden knew he didn't train. You got boxing experts, the same guys that's up and come up with, oh, I don't want to hear an excuse about Wilder wearing a suit and him having a suit on and these different things, and we don't like this in boxing, and guys having excuses. But then you turn around and the same guy sitting up here talking about, oh yeah, Fury didn't train. Bro, we didn't care. We didn't ask you. You're not even part of his team. Like, how do you know? Are you a double agent? Like, what's going on? You supposed to be working for the network. What are you worried about? This man talking about he ain't work out. Like, he just been sitting on the couch with him for the past 2 months. These people go out of their way for no reason and make silly comments saying guys haven't worked out. I don't understand that. But then they want to turn around and say different things about how guys like Usyk that they've doubted all these years said he wasn't a heavyweight. A lot of guys said he shouldn't come to heavyweight. He comes to heavyweight, then it's a problem. Now he's old. I'm worried about Usyk. People don't want to bring up the fact that Usyk has a chance against Fury, but they'll bring it up just to say that they want to see Fury lose. But if Usyk does win, that's not a good look for boxing, especially in the UK. That's not a good look. A cruiserweight coming through and being your best guys. That's not a good look. And to be honest with you, all y'all guys, the top guys like Fury and those guys, all they do fight is smaller heavyweights. They don't fight the bigger heavyweights. And I haven't even got into that type of discussion, but I could. They don't do nothing but fight the smaller heavyweights. They're all fighting guys who can make cruiserweight. And I've been laying off that subject for a long time. I haven't even really been saying much about that. But a lot of those guys are smaller guys. They're not bigger stature guys. If you just look at what they've done the past couple of years, and then you see people trying to say stuff about Fury's resume now. Now, before he even fought Wilder, his resume was amazing. Now we're in 2024, his resume is trash. That's confusing to me. I definitely don't understand that. That's very confusing to me. And these guys been putting in work all these years. And now we get into the undisputed match. And it's a problem now. But that just goes to show you guys be picking it, fans pick when they wanna support a guy and when they don't. Now when he was fighting Wilder, they ain't had none of these things to say. Now he fighting a guy from across the street now. Now they want to change their opinion. I'm gonna ignore stuff like that every time. I'm not gonna lie. Cause a lot of stuff y'all talking about, y'all just be making up fantasies. Oh, Usyk did this, and bro, leave that alone, bro. Y'all didn't even believe in Usyk what last year? Y'all didn't believe in Usyk until what? The Ngannou fight, really? That's why I seen most of you changing your answer and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time when I see people saying they gonna pick Usyk this time, it's because of the Ngannou fight. That means they think Fury lost. That's what I'm going with now. If anybody says, "Oh yeah, I think Ngannou lost the fight, but I think Usyk's gonna win." Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I'm gonna say. Yeah, you're right. Because now they don't have anything to say about these guys picking their opponents, and because if you look at it, Daniel Dubois is a young guy. So for Usyk to kind of go fight him, and what, he was coming off a loss and a big injury, so that was kind of difficult right there. I'm like, man, look, Usyk has a lot going right now, but we can see. But with the Canelo fight going on right now, I feel like if I had to lean towards someone, I would probably lean towards Charlo, but Munguia he's still an option. I feel like he can possibly still be next, but or September. But what everybody was talking about with Benavidez, that's not happening. And everybody said that. Oh, he signed a deal to fight Benavidez. In September, he's gonna fight Benavidez. I'm like, in September? I waited for a long time. I looked up stuff. That's definitely not happening. They made that up. He's not fighting Benavidez in September. Don't believe that. That's something they made up. Nobody wants to fight Benavidez right now. Munguia would fight Benavidez, but promoters in the way, man. They trying to wait on Canelo now. Now you notice when everybody else was waiting on Canelo, right? People was sitting up here making fun about it. Now we sitting around. We got these other guys waiting on Canelo. Now I can understand why Benavidez is waiting on Canelo, but these other guys, Munguia, he's new to the picture, so I still got to put him behind Benavidez. But these guys, as far as people trying to put guys in front of Canelo, is kind of funny. Because now I'm hearing Terrence Crawford, Charlo. But I already been hearing Charlo, but at the same time, I already knew Charlo was still in the picture. But it's just funny, though, because he's contacting Munguia, but he got Charlo lined up. So I guess Munguia's down the line, and I guess he wanted to tell Munguia, throw him an alley-oop, tell him to buffer his resume so he can kind of get in the ring with him and make something happen. Look, Canelo said, I'm passing the torch, and it ain't going to be the Benavidez. I don't know. Over the next couple of years, we're going to see who respects that. Who respects that, man. Canelo passed the torch to nobody other than Benavidez or to Munguia. That's what you're thinking about. I pass the torch to Munguia, and then people can live with it. That's what's going to happen. That's what he chooses, so he can choose whatever he wants. If you want to choose somebody, he can choose. Floyd chose Canelo. Nobody had a problem with it, so. And Canelo's fought a lot of people since he got the torch from Floyd. So if Munguia goes out there fight Canelo and he turns around and fight Benavidez, that's not what I would like, but I can live with that. Because now he's proven that he's a dog and he's gonna go out there and make something happen. Because a lot of other people, they're not gonna be in a position to give Benavidez a fight. Especially after they fight Canelo. Look at these older guys now. They fight Canelo, they're retiring and not doing other things. So I haven't seen Canelo fight a younger guy, so it still intrigues me. As much as I would like to see Benavidez fight Canelo. I could see Munguia being a good fight with Canelo and kind of seeing Benavidez trying to get some get back after seeing them fight. So that would make it like a nice rivalry or something like that. But I don't know if we can throw Benavidez into that. I just want to see Benavidez get some fights at 68 at this point. I don't care if it's Canelo or whoever it is. I want to see 68 because Munguia just got to 68 and people are trying to kind of push Benavidez out of 68. And they kind of want to fight each other. So, and it would be nice to see them get kind of like 2 or 3 fights in a nice little trilogy with their style matchup. I feel like that'll be nice. Munguia is like a bigger guy now. He's kind of grown in his 20s. Some guys do that. They get kind of bigger in their 20s. So he's doing that right now, and I feel like he'll be a nice matchup for Benavidez, especially after the performance he just put on with his jab and what he did with Freddie Roach. Now he's a boxer. He can brawl. He can punch. So I feel like I don't know. Right now he looks like he's a lot more sharper as far as a boxer than Benavidez, but that doesn't mean anything, really, from what I've seen. That doesn't mean anything. Because Benavidez, he can do a lot more as far as on the outside and what he likes to do as far as guys trying to rush him and throwing the uppercut. Benavidez has a lot of tools in his arsenal. So I feel like McGee is definitely a good option right now. Because we don't have a lot of options at 168. People were just okay with Benavidez fighting Morrell. And I wasn't trying to disrespect Morrell. I'm just saying that's kind of lowering the standards because now we'll have a guys on the normal fighting guys with 9 fights. And people saying Lomachenko did it. That's why I'm saying that's the problem. See what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, every guy, what if Tank just start fighting guys with nine fights now? Just keep doing it. Boom, 9 fight guy. Oh, he got 9 fights. Yeah, get in the ring with him. People gonna say, oh, he cherry picking, and I'm gonna say, and he gonna say, well, you just told Benavidez to get in the ring with Morrell. That was a big fight. Y'all wanted that fight. Well, I can't fight a guy with 9 wins or nine fights. That's when stuff start backfiring. I don't really like stuff like that. I feel like guys are putting on too much makeup on their career. But one thing I noticed though, people do not want to see Fury. They do not want to. Because what I've seen, man, people are like, yeah, Usyk gonna beat Fury. Which I've been thinking that for a long time too, but at the same time, I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know what my pick is right now, to be real with you. I don't know if I'm picking Usyk or Fury. But from what I've seen, I don't know. It's still a 50-50 fight. The energy I'm getting right now, it just seems like people are kind of picking Usyk or Fury because of the last fight or something like that. Usyk didn't look that good against Dubois either. People forget that. I don't know why. He didn't look that good against Dubois. Like I said, they just don't want to say Fury looked bad against Ngannou as bad as he did. Like people saying, yeah, he looked bad in his last fight. Bro, that's obvious, bro. That's obvious he looked bad in his last fight. That is not hard to tell. I haven't seen too many guys get dropped in the fight and somebody said they looked good or had a good performance. I'm kind of confused by when people say that. Yeah, he did a good job. I'm like, in what fight? The fight that we was just watching? Nah. No way. There's a lot of stuff going on in the heavyweight division right now. A lot of it. People afraid, man. They don't know what to do right now. They trying to write certain people off in the heavyweight division, trying to go around and match mate. I can tell certain things going on now. I say, okay, that's not really entertaining no more. Because after the Fury and Usyk fight and Ngannou and Joshua, people think they already have who's gonna win that fight. They're like, oh yeah, I know so and so's gonna win this fight. I know I'm gonna pick this winner and it's gonna line up like this. What I don't understand is people are picking Usyk, but they're saying AJ gonna beat Fury. And I don't think people understand how this fight's gonna go. You understand that? I don't even think they understand how this fight's gonna go. They're talking about knockout. Knockout? I didn't know Usyk had knockout power like that. To the point when what they were talking about. I didn't think they know had Usyk had knockout power like they were saying, man. Oh yeah, got delivered. They talking about Usyk got knockout power as a heavyweight? Nah. He don't got knockout power as a heavyweight. Knockout power as a heavyweight? No. I'll never agree with that. But I don't know, man. Right now, I feel like Canelo, he's definitely gonna go the way with Charlo. A lot of people may not agree with that. Even though Charlo's a bigger guy, taller. I heard he's about 6'1". So I don't know. It'll be a competitive fight. I wouldn't give Charlo a chance in this fight just because, Canelo's coming off of surgery and he looked better in a fight against Jamel Charlo. I thought McGee would be Cinco de Mayo for this fight. I don't know what the changes is right now because I felt like Charlo had a mandatory coming up against Adames, but I guess he's not gonna stay at 160. He's gonna go ahead and go up to 168 and face Canelo. But a lot of people said Canelo would face Benavidez in September, and that fight's already signed. I don't like that a lot of people said that already because I said over the last 5 months that if that's not true, they're not gonna say, "Oh yeah, I said that." Nobody's gonna admit that. But everybody been running around saying that Canelo's guaranteed to fight Benavidez because they have contracts signed, they got a plan for a September fight, and now nobody will admit to it. Now they acting like they don't even know that the Canelo and McGee fight even can happen. They know it can happen. They don't have a problem with it though, because they don't even know. Like, okay, they holding everybody else to a standard. That's why I'm saying, like, are we gonna treat Canelo like the face of boxing? Because that's what he been saying over the years. He been moving like it. He been picking big fights. But now we get to a point now where we like, oh, we don't even know if he want to fight McGee. Like, so y'all okay with him not fighting McGee or Benavidez now? So y'all want to see the Charlo fight? But then over the year, people said Charlo was trash. I don't feel like seeing that fight. The Charlo Canelo fight. I'll watch it, but I don't feel like seeing that fight. I'd rather him see fight McGee at this time. I feel like he's fought Charlo's style already. Charlo has like a John Ryder type style. I don't really like that style against Canelo. I want to see something different. Especially Triple G has that style too. That, not flat footed. It's just somebody who can kind of circle the ring and throw some power. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's, just something different. Kind of like when Maidana was having those fights with Bronner and Mayweather. We just seen something different in the ring with those guys. Got tired of seeing the same type of styles like Victor Ortiz and those other guys. We want to see something different. But I feel like Canelo, he gonna have some big fights. If it's not this year, I can see him saying, "Well, I'll fight McGee next year," but I'm not sure on Benavidez, man. At this time, it's been pushed back so far. It's not looking like a real option right now. And Benavidez, he's been waiting for a long time on the fight, but for him to try to fight Benavidez or Bivol, I mean that's a possible fight. It can happen. But like I said, people try to make that fight happen before they do the undisputed with Bivol and Beterbiev. They're happening in like June 2024, June. So that fight's coming up soon. And they're trying to make Benavidez fight them. Like, who's going to fight in the meantime? I'm waiting on those fights. So we have to wait until what, September? He's not going to fight Canelo in September. That's not going to happen. But he said he'll fight Morrell. I don't know, man. Like I said previously, like fighting a guy with 9 fights, I don't want to see champions normally fighting guys with 9 fights, because then if Tank start doing it, it's gonna be a problem, and it's gonna trickle down through boxing, and champions fighting guys with 9 fights gonna be so normal that it's gonna become embarrassing. So that's, you already see the other stuff that's going on. We already see guys coming from 54 and 45 and 30 and 26 and fighting guys up. It's like, it's getting old now. Like, we have too much talent in one weight class. We just want to see you fight your mandatories and see what happens after that. To be honest with you, if Canelo would have fought all his mandatories, we'll have no issue with him. A lot of these guys, promoters be behind some of it, but most of the time, like, you know what I'm saying, you can make a fight happen. They can't make you fight. Like, you can make a fight happen. If you retire, they can't make you fight. So trust me, you can make a fight happen. But some of this stuff that's becoming normal, like these jumping weight classes up and down, I don't know who started. I don't want to blame it on guys like Canelo and Triple G. I know Floyd's done it, but most of the time those guys were either around his size or he was going up on guys. You know, Canelo was a bigger guy, so I can't say he was cherry picking Canelo. That would sound crazy, but I don't know. I feel like Triple G probably one of those guys who started that, man, because Canelo was a smaller guy around that time. Then he started breaking up, and then even when Canelo fought Amir Khan, they were closer to about the same size. But the Triple G and the Kell Brook thing, that's when it started to get extreme. And now you see Tank doing it. He take it to a whole nother extreme. So it's like, we got to wait on that stuff and kind of slow down, bro. Because before you know it, champions will be fighting guys with 5 fights, 9 fights. That's why I said with Lomachenko doing it, we gave it a pass. And now look what it's become. Now guys talking about, yeah, Morrell should fight Benavidez with 9 fights. So we gonna waste Benavidez possibly his last 168 fight. Well, he can fight Munguia, Canelo, all these other guys. He gonna fight Morrell, and then he gonna go to 75. And wait on Benavidez and Bivol until what, fall of next year, November, until next winter. That'll be a horrible decision. I don't like stuff like that. It kind of holds us back a little bit in the boxing game. I feel like a little too much is going on right now. I feel like it's just ace in the hole right now. Like, if Canelo is just at that point where, because he doesn't have too many years where he's actually gonna be fighting top dogs, because he's what, 33 right now. So he's at a point right now where he got like 2 years left, probably this year and next year. I don't know if 35 he'll be actually fighting, trying to fight guys like Benavidez. So right now, at the moment, I'm going to say that's a no. I'll probably say he'll fight younger guys like Pacheco around that time. I don't know. They said Berlanga's an option. I don't know if Berlanga will be an option by next year. Possibly could, but I don't know if he'll be an option by next year. He'll probably have to build his profile up a little bit, but I don't know. But I feel like around that time, Canelo will probably be looking towards guys like that, that way towards those guys, because that's just a whole other thing. But I'm really not supposed to put information like that out there right now. But you're gonna see people try to take that anyways. But yeah, at the same time, it doesn't sound like I'm saying a lot, but I'm definitely saying a whole lot. But I feel like Munguia is definitely pushing to try to make some things happen, man. People are sleeping on the weight class right now and what these younger guys are bringing to the table. See, a lot of these older guys, we're not waiting on them no more. We're not thinking about if they're gonna have some kind of options next year. We're not thinking about Charlo. A lot of these guys out of the picture. I mean, if he has the fight with Canelo, yeah, we'll think about it, but it's not really something that's a mandatory right now that we need. Fights like Benavidez, guys like that. When these younger guys get in the ring, like even with Munguia, he fought John Ryder. Nobody can say, oh yeah, he didn't fight anybody now. John Ryder's a decent fighter, so yeah, you can add him to your resume. Can it get you Canelo fight? I mean, I don't know. These days, to be honest with you, it's not really high expectations for a guy um with a huge fan base or a lot of fans to actually fight somebody very dangerous before he gets in the ring with Canelo. Because to be honest with you, a lot of guys, when you look back, they really didn't fight any dangerous, super dangerous. Well, I'll say a couple of guys did. It's been some hard fights that Canelo had. I have to give him credit for the Kovalev fight. Even though different things have been said, I gotta give him credit for that fight. He did a lot in that fight. But I don't know what he's gonna bring to the table though, as far as just the different things that's coming out now. Because with the Charlo fight, yeah, that'll happen. But what happens after the Benavidez? What Benavidez? He's not gonna get a chance. Because what I'm hearing right now from guys like Bivol and Benavidez, I'm hearing that Canelo, he's not coming back to 75. No chance. Don't even think about it. Like no chance he comes back to 35. I don't know. That's surprising to me. I mean, not 35, but 75. No chance Canelo come back to 75. That's what Benavidez them saying. They saying he's iced out from there. I don't know. I don't see him going back to 75. I think he was just trying some things out. Of course, going up to 75, he's testing himself. Because when you look at it, those guys aren't really naturally the same size as him. But now he has guys around the same size. But look, I don't know if he want to get in there with Benavidez. I gotta be real. Benavidez is a longer, stronger guy. He punches hard. He's younger. He has stamina. He's a dog. Canelo sees what we see. I mean, at this time right now, he's taking business decisions. And I can't really tell a fighter at his level, like, hey man, you ain't fight enough guys. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like I have been saying that, but at the same time, like when am I gonna stop saying he's fought enough guys? You know what I'm saying? You get no Benavidez, then what I'm gonna say next? Because people can say it right now. They could say, hey, if Benavidez wasn't around, would you be saying this? I mean, honestly, I probably would. Because there's been so many mandatories that he hasn't really went through with yet. You know what I'm saying? I probably would. But at the same time, though, when you look at certain things, the business end of things, a lot of it fall up on Golden Boy too as well, of what things, how things have happened. Because you see now, but what I'm confused about is everybody's okay with Canelo and Oscar possibly doing business together. Last time I heard he double crossed them and all the other stuff that go on. I thought he didn't want to be seen with Oscar no more. Now I'm hearing they possibly gonna do business together. Oscar running around every time at the press conference. Every time. Yeah, Canelo the king, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens. I'm like, this man trying to get a fight, man. This man trying to get one of Canelo's last fights. He trying to get it done. And then my thing about it, he ain't saying they gotta be on the zone. He ain't saying they gotta be on this platform or we can't do things this way or it has to be a certain way. And if it's not a certain way, then it's a problem. None of those. He's saying Canelo's the king. Whatever he does, whatever happens, we cool with it. We just want to make the fight happen. See how that goes, man? You still can do business with this man. See, it's about the business, man. It's not about the other stuff we try to put into it, like, oh, this guy should have been this way, and he should have did business with another guy. Why he's doing business with Munguia right now? I mean, we don't know why, man. All we know that it's happening, and we don't really got no choice. Can't switch around things. Just gotta wait on what's the big fight. But right now, a lot of people saying Charlo. That's what I'm hearing. But I don't know, man. Charlo's a bigger guy, and he's one of those guys who fights to the level of his competition. So it'll definitely be a dog fight, 50-50 fight. To be honest with you, I don't see anybody kind of seeing a knockout in that fight. If they do, they're kind of, man, I don't know. They're kind of doing too much if they say that. Because from what I've seen, man, Charlo's hard to knock out. He has a chin. He met his brother. So for Canelo to get in the ring with him, that'll be a tough fight. He's a bigger guy too. I didn't know Jamal Charlo was bigger than Jamel Charlo. So that's still a bigger challenge for Canelo than fighting Jamel Charlo. I mean, he's gonna be fighting the top guys. So at the end of the day, right now, Benavidez, Charlo, Munguia, those are all the top fights at the end of the day right now. Of course, we can be picky and say which one we like the best, but Canelo doesn't have that many years where he's gonna be fighting. So obviously he's gonna try to fight most of those guys. He's just gonna pick and choose when he's gonna fight them. And from what I've seen, I told people a long time ago, with Munguia knocking John Ryder out like he did, Canelo kind of broke his wrist in that 5th round when he dropped John Ryder. If you go back and look at the fight, and I don't know if he's trying to bounce back from the wrist injury. That's why he didn't take a huge fight after coming back trying to fight Charlo. Looking back on it, that's probably a reason why he did that. So a lot of calculated things he did. Everything he said before he fought Charlo, he did it. He said it was true. The wrist injury, he said he's gonna feel better. He's gonna look better against Charlo, which he did. So a lot of stuff he said is true. A lot of the stuff that's going on is just the business end. He's with PBC doing business now, so I can't really say, well, I can't put the business all on him because they're gonna be making the moves as well. And they probably gonna want to go with a guy like Charlo who's over there. But Munguia is also a huge option as far as in September. I kept trying to tell people a long time ago, Benavidez, he's not gonna be an option right now. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, he's gonna make a calculated decision, which is smart. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, he's trying to have a long career. You don't want to end your career going in there with a guy like that, especially if you don't know what he's capable of. A lot of people, like, honestly, let's just look at it. We don't even know what level Benavidez can go to. We just seen him go against another level against Andre. If he get in there with Canelo right now, we don't know what level he can go to. It'll probably be way past what we can think it can go to. So with Munguia, we obviously don't know what Canelo either because he has a nice jab. He's stronger, bigger than a lot of people realize. Has a lot of knockout power. We seen what he just did to John Ryder. So from what I've seen, we got to go along and see the options. Everything's gonna be tough for Canelo at this point. I don't think he's gonna go away from not fighting Charlo, Munguia, or Benavidez. Now, if he does, that's gonna be a huge problem. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's gonna put himself in that position. So right now, it's gonna be interesting. I feel like we have a lot of fights coming up these next couple of months where it's not gonna be to where that's the only thing we'll think about, but it's gonna be a huge topic. I feel like that's gonna be kind of what makes the year because we already know we have an undisputed against against Bibble and Bitterview. So it'd be a nice year with Tyson Fury fighting 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And then you're gonna have the heavyweights fight with Anthony Joshua them fight in March, and you have a lot of guys. Teofimo fights in a week and a half. That's a stat card. So it's a lot of stuff coming together right now. A lot of these guys, they got to fight right now. They're becoming to the point where a lot of guys in their prime. Canelo's about to leave his prime in 2 or 3 years. He's not trying to fight the deadliest guys 2 or 3 years from now. He'll do it now, but he knows his limits as far as moving up in boxing. He's been doing it for a long time, so he's not going to try to rush himself. But at the same time, it's going to make things interesting because Munguia just got a knockout against John Ryder, and there's going to be a lot of people going around saying Canelo couldn't knock out John Ryder, but Munguia did. So that's going to make it interesting. And I felt like if Munguia did that, that would kind of change the narrative around what he brings to the table. But I feel like he looked good with Freddie Roach. If we notice too, Freddie Roach worked with Munguia and Devin Haney in the last 6 months, and they both look good. I feel like he did a good job with both of them. They both look like boxers now. You know what I'm saying? Like real top tier boxers. Munguia wasn't. I didn't expect him to be like he was in Derevyanchenko fight. He was still boxing in that fight, but in this fight, he was using the jab a lot more. But he's going to be a deadly fighter these next couple of years. Like I said, a trilogy with him and Benavidez, that will be a lot more interesting than a lot of other things that's going in boxing right now. Because people trying to rush Morrell. They're trying to rush Morrell to Benavidez. And we just don't want to see that last fight at 68, man. It's going to shorten a lot of careers and just because Benavidez, he only got one more fight at 168. Then people trying to say he's going to go to 75. So if he goes to 75, we don't even know who he'll fight right now. He's not going to fight Bivol and Bitterview right now. They're not going to fight anyone else at 75 until after their fight. And then a lot of people want Saudi Arabia wants the winner of Bitterview and Bivol to fight Jai Apatea at cruiserweight. And I think 2025 or the end of 2024. So there's no way Benavidez will fight those guys in the next 12 months. So that's out of the picture. So right now, Benavidez is looking like I got to fight either Canelo, Munguia, or I got to fight Morrell. But that'll just change things, though. Because Morrell doesn't have that many fights, man. Even though he's a very good fighter, he's moving toward the elite. But I don't want champions to just normally fight guys with 9 fights. I'm telling you, it happens. Guys will start copying guys and give it a reason. Y'all see on Twitter when guys be when fans be going at guys, they'll give a reason. They'll say, "Oh, another guy fought a guy with 9 fights, so it's my chance to do it." Especially someone like Tank or someone, they'll do something like that. So we got to stay away from stuff like that. But he's still a good fighter though. He fights top competition. But Munguia right now, he proved that he can be on the Canelo list. I don't know if he's over Charlo. A lot of people, I think so right now because Charlo's rusty, man. I don't think Charlo looked elite in the fight with Jose Benavidez. He looked out of shape. Later on in the fight, he was kind of timid, not really doing a lot. So I feel like Munguia can actually get a jab in on that fight because Charlo wasn't jabbing that much in that fight. So that'll be very interesting to me. Definitely interesting. But it's a lot going on right now in boxing, man. I don't think a lot of fights as far as that would include Canelo right now until after this PBC deal. I don't think he'll go to Saudi Arabia, anything like that, no time soon. So I know a lot of people thinking fights like that are going overseas, but it's only certain promoters right now that are actually strictly doing that. If you're a fighter from PBC who's kind of like who has a deal, but you're not signed to PBC as a fighter, like Ruiz or Wilder, they can kind of make things happen like that. other guys as well, but it's not gonna be a lot of guys really going over there to Saudi Arabia to make things happen. As much as people think. I hear a lot of things going on right now. People think that every fight will go over there. That's not an option right now because a lot of guys are still trying to watch out for their careers. Guys are still picking fights, whether it's in Saudi Arabia, Las Vegas. It's a lot of guys in boxing still picking fights and choosing opponents. They're not strictly just fighting mandatory. So they're not trying to risk their name or anything like that over a quick dollar, because what they can do, like Oscar De La Hoya said, he said it perfectly. They can kind of just stretch a fighter like Ryan Garcia. You can have 5 fights. That's big, decent paydays. They're not the huge paydays, but they'll be over average, and that could probably equal out to more than what a possible loss at Saudi Arabia. So they look at stuff like that. Definitely what's going on. That's why a lot of times you see guys coming back now as far as fighters, like Kovalev's coming back and Kell Brook, because they're trying to see what the big fights are right now. Actually, those guys been trying to come back, but Saudi Arabia's not going to have as many other fighters going over as people think. Not right now, because Canelo's still an option in America. He's not an option in Saudi Arabia yet. If he was, then it would be a whole different conversation. Like, we still have Munguia still fighting over here and different guys like that. So the huge fights aren't really going over there like people think. It's just like more heavyweight centered, especially UK. And you can sprinkle in a couple of Americans, but that's it. Nothing much. But yeah, that's definitely what I see though. I see Munguia possibly fighting Canelo in September. But I don't see Benavidez. I just don't know where people were saying that. I don't understand if that's gonna continue to be said, because I haven't heard a lot of people say that in 2024. I don't know what made them change that, because they said that after Benavidez fought. But then before Munguia's fought, they really didn't say anything about Canelo fighting Munguia over Benavidez. But now it's a lot of silence, and people don't know what to say, because I don't really follow news to where I keep up with Canelo. To be honest with you, a lot of news I get, it just comes to me. I don't really follow if he puts anything on Instagram or Twitter, so a lot of other people would know better than I would of what he's thinking about doing next. But I haven't heard anything. That's surprising to me. I mean, there's a lot of guys doing it in boxing right now. But this is my thing about it, and I found this out now. Are we gonna hold everybody who does that? Because from what I'm seeing now, people don't understand it, but Tank moving like Canelo. And when Tank says, when people say, "Oh, Tank, you need to fight somebody, you ain't doing right," because I'm the same guy that was saying that. I think I was saying that before everybody was. I was saying that before the Ryan Garcia fight. I didn't even want to see the Ryan Garcia fight. Now everybody don't want to see the. Now everybody's sitting around. They mad about Tank ain't fought nobody. See, I'm telling you, he trying to move like Canelo, and we making it okay, because we're saying as soon as we bring up a fighter, oh, I want to see this guy fight. What does everybody say? Pay-per-view sales. Guys been saying this. Tank been hearing this for years. Tank was raised up on this pay-per-view sales stuff. Now, when I'm trying to say, hey, Canelo should fight this guy, and then Tank should fight this guy, because Canelo just fought this guy. He just fought an undisputed guy. So why Tank ain't fighting an undisputed guy or somebody like that? At least somebody pound for pound. Then Tank will be like, I got pay-per-view sales. So we don't know, man. Right now, bro, pay-per-view sales run boxing. So that's who Canelo gonna pick. Whatever the pay-per-view sales can do, which I think is Charlo the best for pay-per-view sales right now. I don't know if Munguia and Canelo was a big fight for pay-per-view. I thought Munguia was I think he's a bigger fighter than what people realize. But I feel like Charlo's been on TV more. You know, Munguia's younger. Charlo's been on TV more and Showtime, and he's been on undercards, a big fight. So I think from what I've seen, people seeing him a lot more, his face. So I feel like they could probably lean towards that now that I think about it. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's not really many options left. Now we kind of got to start leaning towards the younger guys in boxing because they're the ones who putting together the fights right now. Honestly, the guys in their 30s right now, they're not really fighting anybody except Canelo. A lot of people waiting on Canelo. We can't do that. If you notice now, a lot of the younger guys, they're not really waiting on Canelo. They're kind of like, oh yeah, I fight Benavidez. If you notice I was the first person to say that because I noticed that lately. Munguia is like, oh yeah, I fight Benavidez. Morel's like, oh yeah, I fight Benavidez. Even Bivol, he was like, yeah, I'll fight him. Who did they ask Bivol and Beterbiev about? Canelo, or did they ask him about Benavidez? Ask him about Benavidez. Benavidez is a big fight now. You know why? Because they know he'll fight anybody. It's easy when you fight anybody and you just a guy like that. They'll throw a name out there. Some guys in boxing, you throw their name out there and say they'll fight somebody, people will believe it because he fights anybody. That's why when guys like your name holds weight differently like that. That's why I try to tell people. Mike Tyson doesn't have a whole bunch of wins in his career, but one thing we knew about Mike Tyson back in the day, he fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want Canelo to lose that mystique about him because he didn't take a Benavidez fight. Because right now he's still that guy who will fight anybody, but if you don't take the Benavidez fight, it's a lot of people running around saying that you won't fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? So he's at it. He's at the point in his career where he can't lose that right now. His value will go down because it doesn't look like he'll fight anybody according to people, and that's just one guy. Even though we could be like, man, he just got here, man. Benavidez young. People still look at it like, oh, he has to fight him. You know what I'm saying? They don't really look at McGee like he has to fight Canelo. A lot of people don't say that from what I'm seeing. They'll watch the fight and they're gonna want it now, but he doesn't have to fight Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really have to. But some people feel like Benavidez has to fight Canelo. And that if Canelo lose that mystique of being that guy who fights everybody, because right now he's still a guy, I'll fight anybody because we got to give him credit. He fought Kovalev after Kovalev stopped Yard. So we got to give him credit as far as his resume and what he's done. But a lot of people, it's a lot more than what I thought too. That's why I kind of backed off of it because I was saying everybody's saying this already. So let me just stop saying it because it's become a whole nother beast now. Because now the media is not even mentioning who they want to see Canelo fight next. It's getting it's crazy. It's kind of weird. Like Munguia, now I didn't know that Munguia was out of the picture as much as Oscar said he is. Because 2 weeks ago, it looked like Munguia was possibly going to get the fight. Now it's looking like Munguia got the stoppage and they're not going to probably get a phone call again. Maybe Munguia looked too good in the fight. I don't know. But like I said, Canelo dropped John Ryder in the 5th round and he injured his wrist. So from the 1st round to the 5th round is what I judged John Ryder on in this fight. I didn't judge John Ryder on the 6th through 12 round when he was walking Canelo down and he was bloody. That's kind of where I got lost in that, and I was picking John Ryder because of that. I changed that. If y'all go watch the live, I said, please do Munguia by knockout. Because Munguia been working on his jab. He's not going to brawl in this fight like he did against Derevyanchenko. And what he did, he came out, worked that jab. John Ryder started grabbing his stomach. Munguia beat John Ryder so bad in his stomach and chest. The dude wasn't even blocking his face. He just started blocking his stomach. That's when I knew. I said, Munguia got a power jab. He throwing almost like a power jab like Terrence Crawford was throwing against Spence. And with a punch like that, that's deadly. And I have to give Munguia and Oscar credit because for them to kind of go away from Eric Morales to kind of go towards Freddie Roach and kind of get those things kind of incorporated in what he does, that's dangerous. They make it dangerous for Canelo. If Canelo, that's a different kind of fight now than what Canelo would have fought with Munguia a couple of months ago. Now I'm looking at it now like, oh, that's a competitive fight. That's not a nothing fight now. Before I was thinking like, Munguia is still kind of young. He's 26, 20. Now I'm thinking like, oh yeah, he's 27. He looks different. But a lot of people are surprised, but Freddie Roach doing an excellent job. I feel like Munguia is doing the right thing. I feel like a trilogy with him and Benavidez though is better than anything that can happen in boxing. If that doesn't happen, that's gonna ruin boxing. A trilogy with two Mexican guys. Now they're saying a big fight with Canelo. Let's just say Canelo fights Munguia next. If Benavidez can last at 168, if he can stay at 168 until what, September, or possibly, I don't know, because I don't know if he can squeeze in 3 fights. But if he can get 1 fight in September with Munguia or something like that, if they say no Canelo, that'll still kind of piece things together better than him not fighting Munguia or Canelo at all. Now, if he doesn't fight Canelo or Munguia at all, that's gonna leave everything kind of bad right now. That's what things are kind of like at a bad place in boxing right now. He has to be an option for somebody because Bivol and Bitterville, their promoters are looking towards Saudi Arabia money with a Ja Apateo fight. Now people can possibly say, well, if Bivol loses to Bitterville, can he be the option for Benavidez? I mean, he could, but at the same time, Benavidez going to 75 is not the same as him being at 68 right now. If he's at 75, he's going to lose options as far as fights. If he fights a Bitterville and Bivol and beats both of those guys, and like I said a couple of months ago, Benavidez, I'm the only person who said this too, by the way. I said this like 5 months ago. If Benavidez goes and he fights Canelo, beats Canelo, right? Gets to 168 undisputed. He could go to 175 and be undisputed by the end of this year. If he was to fight a guy like Bitterville or someone like that, or Bivol, the winner, in November, September, and he will be 2-time undisputed by the end of this year. But the politics will not let it happen. I'm tired of politics in boxing. I'm very tired of it. That's the only thing I'm holding Canelo. That's the only thing I'm mad at Canelo about. The only reason I go so hard on Canelo is because Benavidez can be the first 2-time undisputed? Under 30 years old? 2-time? Man, come on, man. At 68 and 75, and he'll beat a Bitterville or a Bivol in the second undisputed fight. Come on, man. We taking away greatness away from boxing. And this is the problem. There's a lot of this stuff going on right now. Just like I told you guys, if Canelo would have fought Terrence Crawford and Charlo would have fought Terrence Crawford at 54 instead of Canelo, and Terrence Crawford would have won, then went on to fight Canelo. If he would have beat Canelo, it could have been 68. But it's a lot of stuff, like he could have been 4-time undisputed. There's a lot of that stuff that could have happened that's not really going on right now. So we kind of getting away from stuff like that. And we're not really holding guys accountable in the sport of boxing. So I don't know, man. That's why you got Tim Tszyu right now have to fight Keith Thurman, because Tim Tszyu's at a point right now where he's like, I'm just fighting hard fights, not getting no mandatories, putting my body through all this. Tim Tszyu fought 3 top 10 guys last year. That's not gonna get him a Canelo fight. Everybody else, they're like, oh, they'll give me a Canelo fight if I fight this guy and if I'm a mandatory. Like fighting John Ryder, I mean, I don't know, bro, because when the next guy comes along, right? Let's just say in 5 years, it's a guy that we don't like in boxing. We like, man, we don't like that guy. He's not prepared. If he sit up here and says, well, Munguia fought John Ryder before he fought Canelo, would that be a bad thing or a good thing? I don't know, because John Ryder do got like 5 or 6 losses. Not to say that the Munguia win wasn't a good win. That was obviously a good win if you know boxing, especially to stop John Ryder. But it's a lot of things going on right now in boxing where a lot of these younger guys, they learning what's going on in the past in boxing, and they turning around and they using that. It's I don't know. It's like the villain taking the superpowers and using it for evil. You know what I'm saying? But they using it for themselves. But at the same time, it's like going against what the fans want. So I feel like what the fans bringing to the table, as far as not really asking for the fights, the fans are asking for too many crazy fights. It's not really a lot of fights that they're asking for right now that's really on the table. I feel like they definitely should have done a lot more as far as these fights that they put together. Fans aren't asking for the big fights though. Like everybody's been saying lately, the fans have the power as far as asking for which fight they want to ask for. But if we're not going to entertain it and really stick around and kind of put pressure on these sanctioning bodies and these promoters, and if we're not going to ask for certain fights on certain cards, then we're not going to really get far. Because we do want big fights, but at the same time, the way they're gonna get you is, well, that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna say that right now. That's a whole nother story. That's a good one too. But that's all I got though, man. If anybody in there, let me know. Oh, what's going on, Slick Nick? What's going on, dog? I done seen you in the comments. I know you've been following me for a long time. What's going on? Yeah, man. I know asking for Canelo versus Benavidez, that ain't a crazy request, man. That's not really crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Thanks for the support, bro. I'll be seeing you hanging around, bro. For real. Matter of fact, hold on. Since you in the building, let me give you a rent. No, it ain't crazy. It ain't crazy to ask for that fight, man. I feel like that's the fight everybody want. That's the fight I want. I just don't want to run it into the ground because people will try to say, yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I do want to see Munguia and Morrell so bad now. I want to see Munguia and Morrell so bad now. Yeah, bro, I gave you a wrench, bro. Thanks for the support, bro. I want to see Munguia and Morrell so bad. That'd be a very good fight. I ain't gonna lie, Morrell can't run in there with Munguia like that. The way he been doing these other guys, Munguia be accurate when he get wild. That'll be definitely a good fight though. Yeah, I know. Asking for Canelo and Benavidez, that's not a hard that's not a tough request, man. It's just right now I kind of see why he didn't do it like his last fight. Because if you see him coming off that wrist injury, and then because he dropped John Ryder in that 5th round, but his wrist was done after that. That's why John Ryder was all over him. But Munguia got that same John Ryder. He was like, my wrist ain't hurt. I'm gonna stop you. Yeah, that would. But Christian and Billy is supposed to be Morrell mandatory soon. You know the guy Christian and Billy that just fought Morrell? I mean, just fought on Bitter Bib undercard at the co-main event. He supposed to be the mandatory for Morrell. Yeah. Hey, I've been looking all over the internet. Morrell ain't said his name. He ain't said Munguia name either. I don't know if that's I don't understand that. I don't understand Morrell saying Benavidez. He said Benavidez, but not saying Morrell or Christian and Billy. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know if he gonna fight that mandatory. In my mind, I see him trying to fight Benavidez first. I don't know if he feels like, yeah, bro, Billy is, bro. That inside game, that's all he care about. I ain't gonna lie, I like to see guys fight like that. They don't like to fight on the inside no more. That's the thing that scares me, bro. A lot of people don't like to fight on the inside. Morrell, he'll smother you, but he's not really inside. You know what I'm saying? You know that inside fighting, that Mike Tyson type stuff. Man, he ain't doing that. He does that. Oh my God. Yeah, and Billy's on a different level when he does that. For sure. I feel like Benavidez is the only one that can actually handle that because of those uppercuts he be throwing on the inside. Benavidez got a mean uppercut. But I don't know, man. I feel like Canelo and Benavidez, I don't know, man. I feel like right now, Benavidez is a guy, man. They ask him about everybody. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I think Shakur, bro. I think Shakur, that next fight Shakur have, though, I ain't gonna lie. You saw how I went in on Shakur, too, bro. I went in on Shakur. I told the truth, though. Bro, hey, if you go look back at the preview, I told everybody. I said, this going to be a boring fight, bro. I said, this De Los Santos and Shakur fight, it's going to be boring. De Los Santos, he did not engage, bro. I'm telling you. De Los Santos is one of the smartest guys I ever seen in my life when it comes to inside of that ring. It's another guy I just said it about, too. I forgot who I just said it about. It might have been Darius Fulgham the weekend. Bro, hey, you know what's crazy, though, Slick Nick? You know what's crazy? I'm sitting around here thinking, I'm like, I want to see De Los Santos in the ring with Tank, though. Because if De Los Santos make Tank do that, that's just De Los Santos be having guys shook like that then. Yeah, I want to see Loma and Shakur too. I want to see Loma and Shakur fight too. From what I'm seeing, it look like Loma gonna fight it look like Loma gonna fight Williams Zepeda. I'm giving out a lot of sauce right now, just because you in here. It look like Loma gonna fight Williams Zepeda later this year, and then early next year he gonna try to fight Keyshawn Davis. But around that time now, but by that time, he tries to fight Keyshawn Davis, right? By that time, he's gonna have. I don't know if he'll fight Keyshawn Davis right after Zepeda, but I feel like right around that time they gonna already have a mandatory for Tank and Shakur at 35 if they want to keep that belt. I don't know if it's gonna be Keyshawn. I don't know. I'm not sure because Loma still got some in the tank. I don't know if it's gonna be Keyshawn. Keyshawn moving fast though. Keyshawn moving fast. I don't know if it's gonna be Keyshawn. I know a lot of people saying Andy Cruz and Floyd Schofield, but I know them fights gonna come, so I'm trying to look around those. But from the way it looks, because you know Keyshawn finna fight Pedraza. Nah, I don't want to see that either. Not right now. Not right now. But you gotta understand though, Shakur and Tank, they gotta keep those belts. You know, I don't like to report on Tank every move because you know Tank say a lot of stuff, but Tank could possibly go to 140 soon. Because I'm gonna tell you, and it's just real talk. 140 got a lot more competition where guys can you can get in there with a certain guy who he looks good on paper, but he ain't that good. Now at 135, it's a lot of guys that they don't look good on paper, but they good. You know what I'm saying? 140, 135 got the top 10 guys at 135 can all beat each other. So On Tank and Devin? I don't know, man. On Tank and Devin, honestly, I'm gonna say this on Tank and Devin. At 140, Tank and Devin at 140, honestly, I'm gonna say this. I feel like, and this is honest, and I ain't never talked about this fight. I feel like Devin jab will be so deadly by the time they fight that it'll give Tank some issues. But I also feel like Tank could literally have Devin buzz half of this fight. And Devin could be, it could almost be like how the Loma and Devin fight went, but Devin could be buzzed that last 6 rounds. Because I don't think Tank gonna go 6 rounds without throwing a huge uppercut on Devin. And I feel like sometime later in the fight, Devin do be leaning a little bit, and it's just being unbiased, bro. Because I was it's just being unbiased because I feel like Devin do be leaning a lot lately in the fights, but he didn't do that in the pro-grade fight. In the pro-grade fight, his balance was a lot better, like how Munguia's was. Yeah, I have it. You know, the last time I seen Tank fight on the front foot was when I'm talking about really fight on the front foot. I want to say that Nunes fight, but I want to say that Pedraza fight, man. Yeah, that jab, bro. I told people about that jab. I told people. I told them. I said, man, that jab, man. That jab. And then you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Slick Nick, about that fight? The only thing I had said about that fight, bro. The only thing I said about that fight, about that Devin fight, I said he was gonna be stronger. Because I used to be around that weight from 135. I was at 135 for a long. Me and Devin got the same body type, so I was at 135 a long time. And when I seen Devin kind of going up to 140, talking about his weight and stuff, and how he felt like going to 47, I was like, oh yeah, I know what's going on with him, and he's bigger now too. Pro grade double, jab. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like, man. What I thought was, and you know what's crazy? I'm glad you brought up the pro grade fight. This is a question. Do you think that pro grade fight can play out like how you think Tank can go in there and perform like pro grade and De Los Santos against Devin? Because my thing is, I don't know if Tank I don't know if Tank would go in there with Devin. Cause you know Tank, he a smart fighter, bro. Tank his IQ, man, is through the roof. Do you think Tank will actually get in there and he'll actually he'll press the gas from the beginning of the fight? You think he'll actually do that? I could see Tank going in the fight pressing the gas from the beginning. Yeah, bro. His movement nice, bro. Tank, I know a guy I used to have on my team, bro. That's like Tank, bro. It's only certain guys like that, bro. Tank can have his he can crouch down, bro. Have his chin by his knee, and then just jump up and throw an uppercut. So he's dangerous, bro. I don't know. My whole thing is in the fight is that Devin balance. I feel like his balance didn't got better lately since that Loma fight, and he was balanced in that Loma fight, but I feel like his legs wasn't under him like that. If you seen the last fight, he was a lot more balanced in that fight, and Prograis got some power. You know what I'm saying? Prograis got some power. Prograis can knock out 47 or 54. He got some power. Not a top guy, but he can knock out a decent 54. A guy who ranked. Yeah, Tank down low, bro. Tank down low in most of them fights. He down low. That's why I'm saying, is he gonna be? See this? I'm glad you said that. See that, bro? That's excellent. That's an excellent comment. Real talk. I forgot I can do this. Bro, that's real talk. Yeah. You been watching Tank just as long as I have. That's a fact. Hey, because look, what I see in that fight with him down long like that, I don't know if they're gonna try to give him the rounds in that fight. Cause you remember when he was in that fight with Usyk Cruz, a lot of fans was like, oh, he lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? They go back now, they look at it, they kind of different about it, but I don't know if because from what I've seen, and this is bad for someone like Tank, people gonna have their expectations for Devin Haney gonna be so low that if Devin Haney look good, you know what I'm saying, they gonna it's gonna look bad for Tank. They gonna try to make it seem like Tank got blowed out. Hey, bro. Like you wouldn't think, hey, you wouldn't think it, bro, but I be hard on Tank, bro. But I like Tank. I be hard on Tank. But I like Tank though. But I don't be hard on him as much though, because a lot of people be doing it lately. That's why I put out that video talking about comparing him to Canelo, because he do the same thing Canelo does. But you have Canelo guys kind of try to have a problem with the way Tank moving. But he does the same thing Canelo does. You can't have no problem with that. Y'all let it go on in boxing. Yeah, man. Yeah, you see me, bro. I be falling back, bro. I just give the criticism where it's deserved. Where it's deserved. If a guy coming off, if he didn't lost 2 of his last 4 fights or 2 of his last 5 fights, hey, we ain't finna be talking like this guy, like a guy star or something. That's the only thing I be saying. It be a lot of guys, they done lost 2 of their last fights. Now this guy a star, he pound for pound. Nah, I don't want to go through all that. I don't want to hear that. But yeah, they be hard on Tank. And they be easy on Teofimo. And I like Teofimo. Because Teofimo always got a good fight coming on. I ain't gonna lie. Teofimo always got a good fight coming on. That's why I be giving him a pass. Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I'm glad you said that. You know what's crazy? I had went, because I had seen Pitbull fight on one of them cards before. And I had went back and looked at him again. I was like, oh man, that's the same guy. I was like, because he was he was sort of like a late replacement because Tank had another fight. And I think he was supposed to fight Rolly around that time. I can't remember. I forgot. You know what? I think somebody else had. You know what? I wanted to see that fight. I've been wanting to see that fight all December and all January until last week. I think somebody had said something about I don't know if it was Teofimo versus Matias or what it was, but I was like, that'd be a good style matchup. I don't know who it was. I don't want to say Arnold Barbosa. I think it was, bro. As weird as that sounds. That sounds weird, but I think it was Arnold Barbosa. I don't know why. But I do want to see Haney versus Matias. Hey, you know what's crazy? The guy Matias just stopped, right? Ergashel. He gonna sit around and say that he had a rib injury in the fight. I ain't put the video out. I ain't want to discredit the win. But he said that yeah, man, I was gonna say something about that Matias and Teofimo fight. I'm not gonna lie, I did want to see that. Yeah, the hand injury stopped the negotiation. But what's crazy is I can't remember. Was the negotiation before Devin Haney or after? Didn't Devin Haney say something? I can't remember. But from what I seen though, Teofimo was already to be honest with you, from what I've seen, Teofimo was already in negotiation with Jermaine Ortiz. I think that fight was already done. The Jermaine Ortiz fight. Because by the time I saw the news for the Teofimo negotiation, they had already thought about a Jermaine Ortiz fight. Cause I had forgot, bro. If you think about it recently, after Charlo fought Canelo, they had said Jermaine Ortiz came out and said, I want to fight at 140 and 135. And I think Usyk Cruz had said the same thing. And that's when I said, oh, those two guys who can fight at 140 then. So in the back of my mind, I thought they was at 140. Yeah, bro. 140 then got crowded, didn't it? Jermaine Ortiz and Usyk Cruz in there now. Crazy. Crazy. We was already talking about this. You remember when we were saying this? We was like 140 finna get crazy because 35 was already crowded. Then you got Devin Haney moved up. Then Ryan Garcia. I don't know. I hope all that just fall into 147 though. 147 been so trash the last couple of years. I hope all that just fall into 147. Those guys better do something though. Hey, did you see that AB and Ryan Garcia video I had made? Bro. Hey, you saw that Ryan Garcia and AB video? I mean, yeah, the AB and Ryan Garcia video. Yeah, I heard the Haney AB thing. You seen that? But I wanted to put that other video out instead of a report on that because that was a little crazy when I seen that. They said Ryan Garcia and AB tried to fight last year, and AB turned the fight down because AB needed a tune-up. You remember we seen AB overweight last year? Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. Devin Haney got a lot of fights out here. I ain't gonna lie. You know what's crazy? Yeah, AB turned the fight down, bro. AB was talking about I need a tune-up. Because you know, recently AB trainer put up a sign. The little picture I got on the page, AB trainer put that up. You know, Kevin Cunningham, who trains with Eric Lubin. Man, AB, hey, that mean AB was 200 pounds, man. Yeah, man, he tweaking, bro. He tweaking. I mean, he was 200 pounds, bro. I mean, he was 200 pounds, bro. 200 pounds at least. 200 pounds at least. That was a payday. He wasn't even supposed to get that. And it would have happened so fast, people wouldn't even notice. Cause you know, a lot of times in the winter, man, we don't be looking at, man. Then talking about he wanting to fight. But you know what's crazy? Hey, this is the crazy part though. This is the crazy part though. You saying the same thing I'm saying. This is the crazy part about it. AB still ain't mentioned. Hey, what's crazy is you notice he didn't start going at Devin Haney until Ryan Garcia killed the negotiations. I feel like AB kind of knew. Oh, I'm negotiating with Ryan Garcia. Let me rub it in his face. Because you heard what they said recently. Oscar said last night. I mean the other night. Oscar said, yeah, man, he ain't trying to see rolling. He ain't trying to see rolling. You heard what Oscar said the other night? And Bernard Hopkins said this as well. I'm supposed to make this a video, but I'm getting you sauce. Cause you in here. You know what I'm saying? You fan. But you heard what Oscar said the other night? Oscar sat up here and said, don't be surprised if Ryan Garcia go to 147. Then Bernard Hopkins said, hey, what I don't like about boxing now is when a guy moved to a weight class, and you know, I just said this in a video probably like 3 weeks ago. He was like, I don't like when a guy go to a weight class, and as soon as he gets to the weight class, they want to say he need to fight top competition. Yeah. I feel like that 47 is for AB though. I feel like AB need them extra 7 pounds. I think they trying to make room for AB, bro. What you think? I just figured that out talking to you just now. Yeah, he ain't got no chin, man. I was telling people that in the after that Luke Campbell fight. I'm like, how y'all don't know he ain't got no chin? You know what's crazy? Deontay Wilder, one of my favorite fighters, but I ain't know if he had a chin or not. I ain't know Wilder had a chin, like a real deal chin. I didn't know if he had a chin. That last fight, I found out he had a chin. Certain fights, you gotta find out somebody got a chin. You remember what I'm saying about Eric Lubin? I think Eric Lubin got a chin. He got dropped by Charlo, but I think he got a chin. Yeah, But like they said though, they ain't gonna move dangerous at 47. 47 kind of empty now too, bro. As long as he stay away from Ennis, he good. 47 so empty now. You know Keith Thurman ain't down there no more. 47 empty. Yeah, man. Yeah, they was acting like Ramos a dog in him. Hey, you know what's crazy? That's the last time I listened to some commentary on the fight too, man. They had me confused, bro. Cause the whole fight, I was like, Erickson Lubin doing better than what they saying. Yeah, they had me confused in that fight. I ain't never listen to commentary no more. Oh, that Tim Zoo? Oh, you talking about that Tim Zoo fight? Man, look. Bro, I seen some stuff Tim Zoo did recently. Man, look. I told people last fight, bro, if you go back and look at Tim Zoo brother, I just found out Tim Zoo brother was birthday was like 2 weeks ago. But if you seen Tim Zoo brother, bro, let me tell you what's crazy about Tim Zoo, bro. And I think you probably the only ones that know if you've been listening to everything. I know you've been listening in, so I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? But if you look at Tim Zoo brother last fight, look at his Tim Zoo brother last fight and look at the fight before that. The guy he fought in the last fight is actually better than the guy he fought in the fight before that. He looked bad in the other fight. People said, I'm talking about his little brother, not Tim Zoo. Man, he came out that last fight. I think it was like November. It was before the Andre and Benavidez fight. He came out that fight. Man, he looked like an animal. He looked crazy. I'm talking about the punches he was throwing. He was throwing some stuff that Benavidez was throwing. Bro, go look at that. Bro, go look at that Dylan Biggs and Nikita Zoo. Go look at them highlights. Bro, he beat that man like it was bare knuckle. And he was getting whooped. Man, look. Hey, I'm telling you that for a reason though, bro. I'm telling you that because his brother, his dad is training his brother. His dad is training. Who can Andre see at 160 right now to get back? Right now at 60, at 60. You know what's crazy? I was wishing that Andre would have stayed at 60 and fought Janovic. At 60 right now, I don't know if they'll let Janovic get to him. It's a lot of guys at 60 right now that I feel like got a chance. I don't know if he'll get right down there and try to fight a no, I think Charlo going to you talking about Lil Charlo? Lil Charlo could be an option at 60 if he's still fighting. Big Charlo, I think he going to 68. He ain't coming back. Big Charlo, I think once he get to 68, he ain't coming back. Cause it's about the biggest he done walked around for a long. Yeah, Lil Charlo, yeah. Yeah, I think Big Charlo. I don't know if Big Charlo gonna stay there. I think Andre got more of a chance of fighting Lil Charlo than Big Charlo. I think Big Charlo, even though Big Charlo want to fight Andre, Big Charlo got a mandatory. If Big Charlo don't fight Carlos Adames for that, he got a mandatory coming in like April or May. It might even be March. Oh yeah, Lil Charlo, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see him fighting Lil Charlo for that belt. I feel like Charlo could have fought better in that Canelo fight too, man. If you go back and look at that fight, bro, when Charlo was when he didn't want to get knocked out, he was fighting excellent. I'm like, man, come on, man. Nah, hey, not at 54. Big Charlo, he got the straps at 60. Big Charlo got the straps at 60, but Big Charlo finna lead though for Canelo. Man, Charlo had me so mad, bro. I bet on Canelo. That's crazy, bro. I bet on Canelo. I won some money. I was still mad at Charlo. I'm like, bro, that would have been a night out. Man, that's what made me mad, bro. I said, Benavidez or Crawford could have been in the ring tonight, man. And he's sitting around here, cause Canelo ain't pick he ain't picked Charlo till after the Earl Spence and Crawford fight. Cause Canelo was gonna try to fight Spence. I'm like, hold on. So that's why the boxing world got exposed, bro. I made my channel after that. I was like, bro, I gotta start making a channel, bro. So it's cool for Canelo to fight Spence, but he can't fight Crawford. And if Spence would have won, he would have fought Canelo for this fight in May. You know why though? You know why? You know why he talking about it? Hey, you know why he talking about negotiations with Crawford? Because he see now that fighting Munguia and what's his name? Munguia and Benavidez ain't easy like that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Benavidez and Munguia got too much of a jab now. Munguia got too much of a jab. I think Canelo kind of thought about it now, like losing to Munguia is actually a bad thing right now. That's kind of, if I lose to him right now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sell pay-per-views the same. It's not the same as losing to Bivol because you know Bivol is at 75. But you know, him and Munguia, so they have kind of like some of the same fans, and I don't know, Munguia's younger, but I don't know if people want to see Munguia Canelo lose to Munguia right now. I know I don't. I don't think he. I don't. If I had to pick right now, I don't think he would. But man, I don't know. Munguia got a jab now, a strong one too. He got a strong jab. Bro, I'm gonna be real with you, and this is no disrespect to Jerron Ennis. I think Jerron Ennis at the age he is right now, I think he's not. I don't think he's in his prime yet. I think putting him in there with Crawford would be a mistake. That's why I'm kind of leaning. I'm not saying, and I don't want to make Munguia sound like he ain't ready. He's an elite boxer. He's like top 3, top 2 right now. But I don't think putting these young guys in the ring with Canelo and Crawford right now, I don't know if they'll be the same they get out the ring. And that's just to be honest. It's bro, if we look at it, bro, we're gonna be real honest about it. A lot of guys don't look the same when they got the ring with Canelo. I mean, we just gotta think about it real quick. A lot of guys don't look the same. Even when I seen Danny Jacobs get in the ring after when he fought Gabe Rosado, he looked like he was 50 years old, man. I said, man, Canelo took the life out of him. What is going on? I don't know if I want to see these, because people got to realize Benavidez jumping in the ring with Canelo, that's still a risk. That's not an easy fight. I don't know, man. I feel like right now, I don't feel like Boots getting ducked right now as far as all the other stuff. I feel like people trying to get paydays. Because most of the stuff, people he calling out right now, they trying to get paydays. Like Stanionis. Stanionis definitely trying to get a payday. But as far as Bud, I don't know. Me personally, I wanted to see Crawford fight Canelo possibly in May, like around this time right now, and then Benavidez to fight him in September. But that's kind of, I don't know. Me personally, looking on the outside, looking in, if I was Canelo, I'd be like, y'all asking for too much. But I want the fight. That's the fights I want. But he can literally say, hey, man, y'all asking for too much. I got to fight this guy on pound for pound. I done fought 4 or 5 pound for pound guys. He could say that, but people want to see the fight, though. Yeah, Canelo do that. I'm a fan for life, bro. I'm waiting on that. I'm ready to pull I'm ready to pull the lever, bro. That's all he need to do. That's why I said Canelo right now. Canelo got that mystique of I'll fight anybody. Everybody know Canelo the guy. I'll fight anybody. If he fight Benavidez, we gonna all go away. We gonna be like, oh yeah. That's what everybody waiting on. A Benavidez fight, and then hey, if you can squeeze Terrence Crawford, Munguia them in there, hey, we cool with that too. Yeah, if he do that, he's definitely the man. I feel like he only got a couple of years left. I'm not finna when he turned 35, I'm not finna ask for no more hard fights. Because Canelo, he gonna have 100 fights by then. I'm not gonna ask him for more hard fights. I think probably next year, 2025, that's probably gonna be my last year for trying to ask for a hard fight for him. So he probably got like 4 left. That Bivol fight back. I don't know. Bivol's a hard style matchup, man. Bivol a hard style matchup. To think about it now, I want to pick Bitter Beer for that fight, but I don't know. Bivol a hard style matchup. And to think about it, to be honest, I felt like I don't even know, man, because that fight was so long ago. Did Canelo fight him after Kovalev, or he fought somebody else before that? Because I felt like he didn't get himself ready enough for 75 before he even got in that fight. To be honest, when I look back at it, I'm like, nah, you weren't ready for 75. You just jumped into it, kinda. But you gotta realize though, he fought an older Kovalev, so an older 75 and a younger 75 are 2 different things. But I had to get I give Canelo credit though. He got a chin. Bivol couldn't get him out of there. Canelo got a chin. He has a chin. He has the chin. Bivol couldn't get him out of there. I don't know, man. I gotta see if Bivol get past Bitterville. I'm surprised Bivol ain't he's not at 68. He said he can make 68. That surprised me. He said I can make 168. But I think a lot of guys didn't want Bivol to take that fight. Honestly, more on Bivol's side because they kind of want to see what the Bitterville option could be. They don't want to kind of waste that option. He already fought Canelo. They probably look for more money. And they're gonna get more money. He gonna get more money fighting Bitterbeef than he would fight Canelo. Especially that Saudi money. Yeah, he's gonna get more money. He only got a couple of million his last fight. He probably gonna get 10, 15, 20 million for this fight coming up with Bitterbeef. He's gonna be rich. So yeah, he's definitely focused on this fight right now. That's why if you notice, ever since they did the little face off in Saudi, they've been smiling hard. They've been promoting the fight. They're not thinking about Benavidez, Canelo. If you notice, every time they say Benavidez, they're like, yeah, we'll get to him. The Canelo got to. They thinking about the money they got right now. Yeah, he want them straps, man. He want those straps. It would have been nice if Bivol would have been at 68 right now. I'm not gonna lie though, if he would have did the Bitterbeef fight probably like 2 or 3 years ago, 168 would be jumping right now. Because if Bivol could make 68, 168 would be a top division right now. But we only got like Munguia and Benavidez and those guys, but and Billy, you know, he's young. Morrell's young, so they're all young, but you know, that's a different generation now. Canelo doesn't have many older guys at 68. John Ryder, all those guys are out the way now. Yeah, he want those Canelo straps. I don't think Canelo gonna fight him though. I don't think Canelo gonna fight because Canelo got so many fights now. I don't think he's doing rematches now. I think he did the rematch to kind of get the zone off his back with Triple G, but Canelo don't do rematches, man. Even when he loses sometimes. And I can understand a lot of times because he's probably trying to get another fight in with somebody. A lot of these guys, you know, they're athletes. So he probably trying to, at the end of his career, and you know he want that resume as far as he want the record as far as fighting the most world champions. And fighting the same world champion twice ain't gonna get you that record. He want that. I want hey, he want that record, bro. He don't want no other record no more. He wants a different world champion. So he wants Munguia, then Charlo. That's gonna add 2 world champions. Then if he can go around Benavidez, we'll figure everything else after that. But him being Crawford right now, that'll put him on the list though. Canelo knows, bro. If he go out there and fight Crawford, and if he goes out there and beats Crawford, it's really he really doesn't have to do anything much after that, for real. I'm gonna be honest with you. Canelo ain't fought no Mexicans lately. Yeah, I know. He said he wasn't gonna fight none. I know. He ain't fought none lately though. He ain't fought no Mexicans lately. That kind of threw me off. He ain't fought many since Chavez, but Hey, what's going on, man, Chad? What's going on, man? What's going on with you? Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want to see that Benavidez fight so bad. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't care. Those are one of those fights, man. I don't care who wins the fight, man. I don't care who wins the fight. I just want to see the fight happen. Cause I know it's probably not gonna be nobody who's gonna challenge Benavidez like Canelo. I don't know if Munguia gonna be able to challenge. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Let me take that back. Munguia will be able to challenge. But if I say Munguia be able to challenge Benavidez like Canelo, that's basically me saying that Munguia better than Canelo. I don't know if Munguia better than Canelo. I'm gonna find out because Munguia a dog. He'll fight anybody. But I don't know yet. Dang. For Usyk, that's crazy. You see how they do? And you know what's crazy? They ain't even think Usyk could beat Joshua. First time or the second time. I don't know what it is, man. They be going with the guy who lost in a lot of times as a favorite when they do these rematches. That fight gonna be good though, I'm telling you. That Usyk and Fury fight, we're gonna talk about that fight for about like 4 weeks straight. That's gonna be an excellent fight. I think Canelo team know he gonna lose that Mexican. You know what's crazy? I don't think so, bro. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why he ain't gonna lose it. Bro, most of the best Mexican boxers of all time got losses. Canelo got losses now. I don't think we're gonna care about. Yeah, but I think Canelo team, like you said, Canelo team. That's facts though. I think Canelo team. Yeah, Canelo team. I think they putting too much on it, bro. I think they putting too much on the Canelo losing thing. We just want to see Canelo in big fights. That's all. Ever since we seen him in the fight with Floyd. I'm not gonna lie. When I seen the fight, it was so good. I ain't even watching no more after that. I probably seen the fight probably a couple times since it happened. That was a good fight. Canelo's always in a good fight, action-packed fight. Yeah, Usyk a beast, man. I feel like right now, but I don't know, man. Usyk still a smaller guy, bro. People gotta realize with that Daniel Dubois fight, um, I don't know. Is he gonna be like he was in the Daniel Dubois fight, or is he gonna be like he was in the Anthony Joshua fight? People forget that fight, man. That fight just happened. Most of that fight, he was losing. Most of that fight, he was losing. And I like Usyk. I picked Usyk to beat Joshua. Man, you know what? I've been picking Usyk to beat Fury probably the last 2 years. But lately, I don't know, man. I've been kind of changing my pick, man. I'm 50-50 right now. I really don't know who's gonna win. I'm gonna have to watch a couple of more fights. I really don't know who's gonna win. Yeah, man. You think I'm not gonna lie, when they did say the one belt thing, I'm so used to 4 belts, but obviously, you know what I'm saying, we want to see one champion, but the one belt theory would work, man. It'll be a lot better. But I don't think it'll help in boxing as far as having one belt because um a lot of time these belts will be getting tossed around so fast. You see how these guys be losing? Everybody be a champion. As far as like undisputed or something. I don't know. It's kind of like I understand what you're saying, bro. Cause some of these fights, bro, we don't even care about to be honest with you, we don't even care about the top guys. As far as like the top, the very, very top, we just care about it being a competitive fight. Yeah, man. That's why I be going through these resumes like I do. That's why I be going through these resumes exactly like I do. You know what's crazy? I have to go through Joseph Parker. I gotta do Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua resume. Just because I keep hearing people bring up the resume, So I gotta explain to them why the resume look a certain way. I'm like, man, hold on, man. These resumes buffered. Do you know? Because people don't think I like Joseph Parker. Do you know I had to go look at that Joseph Parker and Andrew Ruiz fight to realize that Andrew Ruiz was gonna knock out Anthony Joshua? I looked at that fight, and Andrew Ruiz lost that fight. Andrew Ruiz lost that fight. He lost that fight, and I said, man, that dude who lost to Joseph Parker, he looked good. And you got to realize Joseph Parker had just lost to Anthony Joshua. So I'm picking a guy who lost to the guy that lost to Anthony Joshua. Oh man, how many champions that Munguia beat? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a real good question. I don't know. I don't think Derevyanchenko won the champion. I don't think Gabe Rosado was a champion. I think he got 43 fights now. It's 43 fights. Man, I can't think of one. Man, hey, that resume, buddy. He been trying. Hey, he been buffering guys. That resume. They been trying to be careful with him. That's why I was saying, hey, you remember when I said that I felt like Canelo was wanting to fight Munguia, because you know he called Munguia. I felt like Canelo wanted to fight Munguia because he looking at Oscar like, you trying to take care of this guy. You got him going slow. He's watching who he's fighting, and you had me fighting Floyd at 23 years old. Talking about I should fight this guy, and you wanted me to fight Andre and Charlos, and now you got this guy. You taking your time with him. You ran me in the ground. That's why I was thinking that hey, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, man? Oscar sat up here and said too. He was like, "No, hey, I will say this. Oscar tried to make Oscar made the Tiafimo fight. That Tiafimo fight, Oscar made that fight. Oscar made that fight. Tiafimo turned that fight down. Oscar made that fight. Oscar been trying to fight Tiafimo. He been trying to get Ryan to fight Tiafimo since last May. Everything else he blocking though. You right about that. He definitely a D1 lineman. He definitely D1. But he tried to make that Tiafimo fight. You know what Oscar doing right now? Oscar, he putting deals out there for all these guys. Like all the deals he's giving out is real deals. He want these dudes to get like 30-20, 20-80. And it's probably their biggest fight they're gonna have. They probably want to Rolly and Eastside Cruz, they lose. How many paydays they gonna get after this? So you want me on my possibly my last big payday? You want me to go ahead and get 30-20? I mean 30-70, 20-80? Nah. They promoting. That's all they doing. They doing what Vince McMahon and Stone Cold used to do. Promoting like they don't know what. Man, they do promote. Cause if you hear Rolly, what he just said, he was like, yeah, man, cause you know Rolly and Ryan Garcia are real good friends. But Rolly was like, yeah, man, if you go to Rolly interview, he sat up here and spilled the beans. He said, yeah, man, Ryan over there listening to Oscar De La Hoya. Cause Rolly wanted 50-50. Oscar like, man, don't get that dude no 50-50. If him and Eastside Cruz don't get this 70-30, man, we're gonna go somewhere else with it. Yeah, man, he definitely pump faking. Yeah, he definitely pump faking. Nah, actually, bro, you know what's crazy? Ryan was gonna do that fight with Devin Haney. No cap. Ryan was gonna do that fight with Devin, and bro, it was one point I didn't like Ryan Garcia at all. So I'm the last guy who should be defending him right now. But Ryan was gonna do that fight. You know what happened? You know what happened? These dudes like Floyd, De La Hoya, and all these guys, they're like, what are you doing? Because you remember last year, you remember last year, Ryan Garcia did that before that Tank fight. And everybody said, shut up. You ain't finna fight no Tank. He said that last year. He ended up fighting Tank. Bro. End up fighting Tank. Ryan Garcia, you know what Ryan Garcia's problem is? Ryan Garcia said that he'll rather lose than not fight every 6 months, every 4 months. So Ryan Garcia trying to get in the ring right now. That's why Oscar running around like he is. Ryan don't care about no loss right now. He want to stay active. Because even if he knows that if he's not fighting and getting better, he's gonna get smoked by one of these guys. He said it out his own mouth. That's why Oscar made the Oscar Duarte fight. But yeah, I feel like Ryan offense is a little better than that last fight, but yeah, man, he got too many OGs around him that ain't doing right. Definitely not. Cause Ryan dad already talked to Devin Haney and all them about the fight. That's when Oscar and Floyd showed up. But you know why Floyd did that though? Floyd don't rock with he ain't trying to have Devin value go up over Tank. I mean, it looks kind of lame because Floyd used to be with Devin Haney and he's trained him and he a day one, but Floyd ain't doing no different than what Oscar and Eddie Hearn doing. It's his job. He like, hey, when you finna make nobody trying to act like they the face of boxing over Tank, you finna fight Tank leftovers. That ain't finna happen. Man, if Devin would have fought Ryan Garcia, Tank resume be looking like a unemployment sheet, man. Most of the guys that Tank and fought lately been getting smoked. His resume been getting smoked, man. Nah, man. I told people, hey, you know what's funny? Last year when I sat up here and said, hey, have you seen the video I did, bro? Look up I think it's a Tank video. I ain't got that many Tank videos on my page. But I was talking about how Tank and Devin Haney fought already. And you got these dudes who just came into boxing. No offense, because everybody got to start Sunday. But man, don't be coming into the sport talking loud, bro, with your chest. All this Conor McGregor walking y'all doing. Because Devin Haney and Tank already fought each other. What are we yelling about? Y'all just want to see it in front of some cameras in a ring. These dudes already fought for free. I mean, what are we talking about? They already fought for free. You got grown men sitting around here, hey man, Tank don't want no smoke, man. I'm like, dog, he already fought him, man. If the grown men who was in a room would just tell the truth about who won, we'll be okay. Now that we figured out that Adrian Bronner's a liar, Floyd's a liar, everybody else that was in there a liar. Right now, the only person I can trust is Devin Haney dad, because he walked out the room with the money. Everybody say, oh yeah, he walked out with the money. And I seen that fight too, bro. I seen that fight live. I've had Tank number 2 ever since 2015, 16. And this is no joke. My brother they still laugh at me in the house. They be like, Devin Haney, that guy's a bum. What are you talking about? That boy just got smoked by Loma. I'm talking about, I've been here for years, bro. Nah, they ain't got that on YouTube. That thing, man, bro. Man, that thing's got so far out of here. I don't know where that video went. The fight was so good, didn't nobody even think about making a copy. Ain't that crazy? Fight was on YouTube for years, man. That's crazy, bro. That Devin Haney Tank fight was on YouTube for years. Nobody thought about downloading it. That's how good it was. It was better than the Shakur fight. I ain't gonna lie, man. That Shakur fight was boring, bro. And that's no offense. I like Shakur. That fight was boring. Devin Haney was just throwing that jab, getting to him, but it was boring. Nah, you know what they did? Floyd took it down. Floyd had them take it down because Floyd had them take it down because he want to make some money off the fight. As soon as I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, probably. As soon as they start hearing about Devin and Tank, name even mentioned in the same weight class, they took that video down. They still got some stuff with Shakur on there, but it wasn't as Tank and Devin. That was like a real fight. Him and Shakur, it was like a sparring match. It wasn't really like, because you know Shakur was still sharp as far as in the Olympics and stuff, but Devin Haney was still throwing that jab. You know what I'm saying? He was doing what he needed to, but they ain't want no smoke with Devin back then though. Yeah, I know, man. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, man? I'm gonna tell you a secret, bro. For some reason, the first time I seen Devin Haney and Terrence Crawford, even Terrence Crawford, I seen Terrence Crawford, man, he had no fights. I think Earl Spence was just hitting the scene. His name was huge. Terrence Crawford didn't have no fights. I think he was like a 135 probably. Man, the first time I seen him and Devin, I seen Devin before he had a pro fight. When Devin Haney started his YouTube channel and he started putting those fights of Mexico on there, I think he was like 17. He was finna go to the Olympics. That's when I started watching him. He was already training and stuff, but that's when I started watching him. But when I seen those two guys, bro, they different, bro. They different. Like the way they go about their business, like those guys don't really do too much. They ain't drinking in the club, smoking. Not that that's a bad thing for a fighter. But I'm just saying, like, they ain't really doing too much. They kind of just chilling. Yeah, I see Terrence Crawford now. A lot of people say Terrence Crawford, bro, if y'all go look at Terrence Crawford, the second time I seen Terrence Crawford when he went and got his car back from the mechanic. Go look at that video where Terrence Crawford had got that car back from that mechanic. Big old car mechanic too. Terrence Crawford was like, give me my car. Went to jail for it and everything. That dude is a goonie goon. For real. If y'all think these rappers is a goon, Terrence Crawford a goon for real. I just found out he got shot in the head and drove to the hospital. But the part where he had went to the mechanic and was finna beat him up and beat like 5 dudes up, like Rob Van Dam, like Van Dam in the movie or something. Man, come on, man. I was like, oh man, this dude he is crazy. This dude's a psycho. This dude finna beat somebody up over 85 Cutlass. That's not finna go anywhere. This is crazy. But yeah, Devin like that too. He got a mean streak. That's why people say he ain't from the hood. I don't know what that means, but I just know I know he got some hands. I definitely know he got some hands. He bigger than people realize too. If y'all seen how big he is in the last fight, he's a bigger guy. Yeah, bro. He was bro, if you if you go back and look at that video, bro, that dude had, you know how the car come down off that lever? Terrence Crawford hit that lever, that mechanic hit the lever again. Terrence Crawford hit that lever one more time. Like, you touch that again, I'm gonna punch a hole in you. And Terrence Crawford was only like 135 around that time. I'm like, oh man. Who was this 135 guy walking around town fighting guys over? Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Especially with Charlo. I said that about Charlo. I especially said it about Charlo. Dudes talking about Charlo finna do this to Canelo. I'm like, man, come on, man. Charlo be barking. He be barking so hard. And I like Charlo. But and you know what's crazy? Charlo, he a beast in a rematch. And he could survive in any fight. That's when I knew Canelo wasn't gonna be able to knock him out. Canelo could have came in there with some I don't know, he could have came in there with anything, man. Brass knuckles. Charlo, y'all seen when he was surviving. When he thought he was finna go down, he was like a cat. He was hanging on Canelo and everything. Oh yeah, they definitely pump faking. Definitely pump faking. Nah, Big Charlo better though. You remember when people were starting to say, after the Lubin knockout, a lot of people were saying that Jamel Charlo was better than Jamal Charlo. But over the years, yeah, man. But you know what's crazy though? With Boo Boo taking that risk like he did though, they gonna hold him to that standard though. Well, he gotta prove himself again. They gonna hold him to that standard. He already know it's coming, but they gonna hold him to that standard. His inactivity is has been real bad as far as how things been going. Because if you look at it, bro, in that Benavidez fight, the first 2 rounds, he was a legit guy, but he just didn't have that. He just didn't have that the extra you know what I'm saying? That extra. He probably needed about 1 or 2 bricks in the back of his pocket a little bit. But he definitely came to fight though. And that's what I like, man. As long as I don't care, all the guys I follow, man, they ain't gonna never go out there and do what Charlo did. You ain't gonna never sit up here and see a guy go up here. Even when people say with Wilder. Man, look. All I know is he ain't get knocked out. That's all I'm good with. I'm good with that. He looked below sea level, but I got reasons for that, but I don't want to put that out, man. To be honest with you. Because a lot of stuff, it sounds like excuses after a while when you talking about certain boxers. Especially when you talking about American fighters. You come up with an excuse for an American fighter, it better be a paragraph, an essay, a thesis. They want it all. The fans gonna be like, oh, what happened to your guy? Yeah, trading with Benavidez. You know what's crazy though? Bro? If you go back to my video, my prediction video, I think I said in the beginning of it, if he stands in the pocket with Benavidez, even when he was standing right there and Benavidez clocked him on his head and he dropped him, I said if he stands like that in the fight, he's done. He's done. Anybody stand in the pocket with Benavidez like that, they're done. They're done. I got a friend, and this is no lie. This is the truth. I have a friend I grew up with. He didn't usually like fight that much, but he punched like Benavidez. I'm talking about can throw from any angle. You'll have 2 hands up. He'll throw around the punch. Like, bro, those guys like that, they got a lot of power. And Benavidez is not like a knockout guy. He's a guy that's like going to break you. Man, yeah, that temple punch finished him, man. That temple punch finished him. Caleb Plant was the same way, but that referee was so, hey, we forget, man, that referee was letting Caleb Plant hold on for dear life. And you know what's crazy too? Andre wasn't clinching at all. That's why I didn't even go at it. I didn't even go at him, bro. I said he came to fight. He ain't even clinch. I think he tried to clinch like 1 or 2 times. That was it. He was like, forget it, I'm in there. But what's crazy is it feels like he got knocked out, but he didn't get knocked out though. Yeah, man. I ain't like how Caleb Plant was I ain't like how Caleb Plant held on for that long. That last round, I ain't like that. I thought I ain't want nothing bad to happen to him. I ain't like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think everybody bet on the knockout. So Vegas was like, hey, you better do your job. You bet on that knockout. You better make sure that Caleb Plant can go home. Hold on. But I don't know though. 160 is still interesting. 68 as well. Caleb Plant wants a rematch with Benavidez. Bro, as crazy as this sounds, bro, don't be surprised if you see some crap like that. Don't be surprised. Not saying that Benavidez will duck anybody. I don't think he is because he hasn't mentioned anything like that. But at the same time, with this Amazon Prime thing going on, it definitely look like they're looking for names, man. You see Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman already. They putting together names. Yeah, man, that Caleb Plant fight though. I don't know who I want to see Caleb Plant fight right now. Hey, I want to see the Charlo fight. I wanted to see Caleb Plant fight Charlo in November. That fight was supposed to happen. But I think PBC was so loyal to Jose Benavidez because Jose Benavidez has been putting in fighting a lot of tough guys over the years, especially with him coming off certain injuries, fighting Terrence Crawford after getting shot. Come on now, like let's be real. You're not supposed to do that on. No one can do that. And he fought just as well as Spence did, so we have to give him credit. And he probably took a lot of damage out of that fight. He was fighting Terrence Crawford before a lot of guys noticed. So yeah, man. After getting slapped like that, I want to see Charlo and Plant. That's why I'm mad. I don't know why they made Charlo mandatory, but I know Charlo had those belts forever. They've been waiting around. But I've heard Plant say that Charlo is possibly an option. I'm not gonna lie. If Charlo does fight Canelo in May, him and Plant need to be on some kind of undercard as far as the co-main event for Benavidez or Canelo. Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's true. That is a L, bro. That's definitely a L. Definitely a L. I don't know what kind of fights they're gonna put together this year though. From what I'm seeing, man, they're gonna lean towards big names. I don't know if they're doing it for just this first card, but yeah, he not ready, man. He not ready. He not ready. His stamina wasn't there in that last fight. You saw how tired he was against Jose Benavidez? He was exhausted. And Jose Benavidez has been out for a while too. And he was moving up to 60. That was his first fight at 60. Charlo was exhausted. He ain't never been a cash out type of guy. But I have seen over the years, PBC will try to reward certain guys that they feel like has been taking less money in certain fights. You know, Charlo them haven't really been promoted as far as like strictly pay-per-view stars over the years. So this is kind of a gift to them as far as being loyal, as far as taking certain fights. A lot of promotional companies do this. They basically had a plan like this for years, though. They know that Charlo them knew that Canelo was always an option all these years. They've been saying his name too much. They knew something. If you look back, they probably called out Canelo's name more than anybody. And what's crazy is I used to always say, how are both of y'all gonna fight Canelo? Y'all at 2 different weight classes. Well, man, these guys must be geniuses. Both of them are looking at Canelo, and they in 2 different weight classes. Yeah, man, he's supposed to smoke Jose. I had him possibly stopping Jose, and Jose don't get stopped. Not like that. But I felt like he was gonna be out for a while though. I was more right about the press conference than I was the fight. I felt like them being out though for a long time was working against them though. I feel like they're way better than what they showed. Yeah, man. Crawford be out here. Crawford old and everything, bro. He ain't got no excuses. Crawford sat out all this time and he ain't been active. He ain't fought in almost a year again. Shoot, Crawford always doing that, man. Always. And people don't realize that Crawford been trying to man, he been fighting a lot of guys, man. He been fighting a lot of guys. People don't realize it. At 35, 40, 45, you still got Tank them fighting Gamboa still. People told me Gamboa wasn't all that. Then they last time, then I look around, Gamboa in a pay-per-view with Tank. I'm like, oh man, he pay-per-view now? Gamboa pay-per-view star? That's crazy how they do that though, right? Oh, you seen that video I did about T.O.? I don't even remember what I said in that video. I did a video about T.O. comments about Bud's resume. But this is my thing about what he said about Bud's resume though. And this is how you can expose a lot of people when they say certain stuff. Now, if Earl Spence would have beat Bud, would that have been a top win? That's what I would have asked Teofimo. I would have been like, hey, if Earl Spence would have beat Terrence Crawford, would that have been a big deal, or that would have just been an okay win? I highly doubt he says it's an okay win, so I would have to go with him just saying that to kind of get on the Terrence Crawford skin. And to be honest with you, for him to kind of mention Terrence Crawford now, it's kind of odd to me because I don't know. I feel like a lot of guys have been saying Terrence Crawford and Benavidez name the last 6 months a lot. I don't know if those guys are looked at as top guys as far as a payday or just a name to market themselves. Because, a lot of people said Canelo's name all the time the last 10, 15 years. But if Benavidez and Crawford name is kind of said like that too, yeah, Teofimo be yapping. Hey, I be going in on Teofimo, but look, bro, this is real talk. Most of the guys I be talking about, bro, I like them. I'm fans of them. I'm a fan of Teofimo. I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua. That's why I know so much about him. But Teofimo just talk too much, bro. He talk way too much. But I'm not gonna lie though, the way he been talking lately, he kind of sound like his old self. I feel like him being his old self, like he was when he was beating Lomachenko and stuff like that before he got married and this other stuff. I feel like he's kind of going back to that. So I had Jermaine Ortiz beating him, but now I'm kind of leaning towards Teofimo Lopez. I kind of seen something in that Jermaine Ortiz Lomachenko fight, so I'm kind of leaning towards Teofimo. He just got to execute something that Lomachenko had found out during that fight. I ain't gonna lie, Lomachenko's a problem, bro. I be hard on Lomachenko, but he's a problem, man. I be hard on Lomachenko because I want to see 30 fights from him. It's more of a I want to see 30 fights from you, not 20. You too good for me to just see 20 fights from you, Loma. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Like 20 fights in 10 years. Yeah, man. That's the thing that scared me. I said the same thing, man. I said he ain't mentioned Jermaine Ortiz's name at all. Even when they did the face off, right? Bro, he was doing the face off like he was taking a picture with a fan. He tapped him on the shoulder like, yeah, man. He tapped him on the shoulder like, yeah, this guy's cool. It's a good friend to have him hang around. I was like, he trying to make Jermaine Ortiz look like he's a nobody. I'm like, oh, Jermaine Ortiz is a beast. And you know what's crazy? Jermaine Ortiz, I don't know if Jermaine Ortiz, I feel like Jermaine Ortiz gonna be stronger at 40 like Devin Haney was. Because Jermaine Ortiz was a big 35, man. Cutting that weight probably. But I just don't like when Jermaine Ortiz kind of lean down. Like what Jermaine Ortiz does, bro. When somebody try to let me tell you, hey. What you mean that Devin Haney people ain't it? What you mean? That Devin Haney, right? Jermaine Ortiz nice. That Devin Haney people ain't it? What you mean? You talking about him training with him or training him? I seen him training. Oh yeah, you talking about that Devin Haney people? Yeah, he cool with him. He cool with him. Yeah, he cool with him. I'm tripping, bro. Yeah, he cool with him. Yeah, he cool with him. He cool with him. What's crazy is yeah, he cool with him. They both share Muslim faith as well, but he cool with him. Yeah, Devin Haney cool with him. Devin Haney know all these guys, man. He used to hang around Shakur like that. These guys that hung out before. Yeah, Devin Haney preparing them. And you know what I seen, man? When I was watching Devin Haney's dad, yeah, that's gonna be a good card, man. That Teofimo and Jermaine Ortiz. I'm gonna start talking about that fight tomorrow. I just started doing these lives recently, you know what I'm saying, trying to give people something different to talk about. You know, sometimes we like to hear the same stuff in boxing, but want to hear something different sometimes. But Teofimo, I'm gonna start talking about that fight tomorrow. That's why I've been dropping little videos. People really wasn't talking about Teofimo, so sometimes I like to talk about a fight like a month before or 2 months, so we can kind of build it up a little bit. Cause sometimes, bro, them fights be sneaking up on us, and we don't get to enjoy it like that. But that Teofimo fight, I'm gonna definitely talk about that. Pedraza, hey, you heard what Pedraza been saying to Keyshawn Davis? Pedraza told Keyshawn Davis he ain't no stepping stone. He said he ain't finna do nothing. I'm not no stepping stone, and he ain't ready. So that's gonna be a good fight too. But I had Jermaine Ortiz beating Teofimo for a long time. But then I turned around, I was like, nah, I see something. I kind of see something. And what's tricky about Teofimo is, you know what's crazy? I haven't put this out yet. I'm giving a lot of gems in this video, but I ain't put this out yet. But Teofimo can still make 35. It's a good chance Teofimo can go down to 35. Cause he was finna fight Tank at 135. You know what's crazy? Teofimo just, and this is what's crazy, bro. Teofimo just turned down Tank and Ryan because they ain't giving enough money though. But he was willing to fight. But they ain't giving enough money. That's what's crazy. He was looking at Tank and Ryan. What's crazy, Nick? Tank and Ryan been trying to get Teofimo. They've been trying to sign a fight with Teofimo since they fought each other. After they fought each other, they've been trying to sign Teofimo, get a fight with Teofimo. Tank gave him a flat fee, probably gave him a couple million, and Ryan gave him a low percentage, and he said, "No, I'm not doing that." Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think Keyshawn gonna work him. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good fight with Tyson Fury, man, and Usyk. I feel like it's gonna be a very good fight. A lot of people think that Usyk got a chance against Fury. I'm trying to figure out the reasons why. I know why, but I'm saying like I've been picking Usyk for a long time, but I'm trying to figure out what the reason why people was trying to pick him all these years. Because in the Chisora fight, they didn't want to pick Usyk. I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared right now. If I was a fan and I had to try to find out who to bet on, and I was looking at these guys' channel, I'd be afraid right now. Hey, what you think? You think Usyk can get a knockout? A lot of people think Usyk can get a knockout. Yeah, Usyk the Matrix. A lot of people think Usyk can get a knockout. A lot of people think Usyk can get a knockout, bro. I don't know if Usyk can get a knockout, man. I honestly don't. Usyk's not a knockout guy. I can see Usyk outboxing Tyson Fury easily, but also I can also see Tyson Fury using his weight and stuff to kind of get on Usyk. I don't know, man. I'm so split on this fight, man. For a long time, I said Usyk. Now I'm kind of like, because my thing is with Fury. Fury was embarrassed after that fight. Like after the Wilder knockdown and stuff like that, and lose, he wasn't really embarrassed like he was in the Ngannou fight. Like him personally, when he sat down, he was embarrassed, and I think that's what's gonna kind of have the edge in that fight. Yeah, I think a flash knockdown too. I think that too. I think that fight can go all 12. I don't think they're gonna be trying to go for a knockout. I don't think they want to risk it. You gotta think this gonna be for all the marbles. I don't think they're gonna put themselves in that position. Especially Fury, you know what I'm saying? After that last fight, I think he's gonna be well prepared. I think that Ngannou fight, I'm giving too much information, but I think that Ngannou fight was the worst thing that ever happened to Usyk. Because you gotta think about it. If that Ngannou fight would have never happened and Fury would have went out there and fought Usyk like he fought Ngannou, Usyk would have destroyed him. But now if you look at it, now Fury's like, man, I gotta get myself together. And now everybody's running around like, you didn't train. Guess what Fury gonna do? He gonna go out there and train. So that's kind of that Ngannou fight. People feel like that was the best thing that happened to Fury to Usyk. Nah, that's gonna work against him. That's gonna give Tyson Fury motivation. And I wanted Usyk to win. Tyson Fury ticks me off sometimes. But I had to be realistic. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Cause look, Nick, you know this too. You seen when Ngannou had knocked down Fury. When Fury got up, bro, he was throwing some jabs to the body. He was going to work. Throwing some nice hooks. He was going to work. Yeah. I still got Fury, bro. Right now, bro, I promise you. I changed my pick last week, bro. I've been picking Usyk ever since the first AJ fight. I think I have. But now I'm kind of like, nah, people don't understand. Tyson Fury got embarrassed after that fight. He got embarrassed. Like usually it's just the boxing fans that get to see it. Nah, it was the MMA fans, the boxing fans, the Saudi fans, the UK fans, everybody seen it. And it was during the winter time. We was all in the house. That was the worst time to do it. Yeah, he got the best motivation he ever got in his life. And that kind of scares me. I'm like, man, I don't know. Tyson Fury can go out here. That's what scares me. I don't know what Tyson. That's the honest thing about it. People don't know. That's why I put that video out. People say, oh, he didn't train last time. Well, tell me if he's training now so I can bet my money. Is he training this time? Because last time you knew. Can you call the same guy you knew from last time and tell me if what's going on? Is he ready or not? I'm just trying to find out. Yeah, man, he don't never take these fights serious. Never. Nah, he took a couple of fights serious. I think he took the Wilder fight serious. I think he took those fights serious. The Wilder fights. I think he took those fights serious. I think he took the Dillian White fight serious as well. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, like to be real honest, I felt like Tyson Fury wasn't ready in that fight, and I said that in my breakdown that he wasn't ready. But from what I've seen, he like to be honest. This is just to be honest. Let's just say Tyson Fury Ngannou wasn't in the ring with Tyson Fury. He was in the ring with somebody else. Like for any human being, Ngannou was very accurate with his punches, man. He was very accurate. He didn't miss a lot. He was balanced. I mean, for a guy who's almost 300 pounds, bro, he was moving like a cheetah. Like we have to realize, he was in there with a specimen. Anybody in the ring, like that's the factor in the fight. We don't know how good Ngannou really is still. People aren't telling me how good Ngannou is. We don't know how good he is. And the scary thing about Ngannou, everything he said about how good he can be and everything he said before the Fury fight, he did it. He did everything. In boxing, people don't put value on that. When a boxer says he's gonna do something, he goes in the ring and does it. Hey man, we have to look at that. And he's not even a boxer. I'm not gonna lie, man. To be real slick, Nick, I'm leaning towards all upsets. Bro, right now, bro, honestly, bro, if I had to think about it, if I had to put some money down today, I would say yeah, bro. Honestly, if I had to put some money down today, I would say yes. If I had to put some money down today, I would say yes. And it's not the reason you think, because I think Anthony Joshua could actually get him out of there. You know what the reason is, and it might sound like a weird reason. It might sound like I'm trying to sound like an expert or something, but I'm not really. It's the honest reason. I feel like Anthony Joshua needs to step back like 6 inches or at least and start throwing his punches and uppercuts. He's way too close on guys when he's throwing power uppercuts. He has the nastiest uppercut I've ever seen in my life, but he doesn't throw it. When he throws it, his elbow is in his stomach, and he's not. I'm like, dude, you too close up when you're punching, man. You have long a range. He fights like a guy that's like 5'10", and he's like 6'6". I heard he's 6'6". He doesn't even look like he's 6'6". He fights like he's 6 foot. That's what bothers me. And then every time Ngannou lets his hands go and he throws something, it lands on the dude. He didn't miss a lot with the Fury fight. And the punches he did miss with Fury, did you hear the crowd when Ngannou was missing the punches? They was like, whoa. So they must have been hearing the wind come off the punches. Yeah, man, he kept. And you know what's crazy? That second fight at Usyk, he had Usyk. Oh, man, he had Usyk. He had Usyk, man. He folded. He had Usyk that second fight. He folded that second fight. I said, oh, man, you had Usyk. You had him. He just kept in the inside. I feel like Anthony Joshua had his guard. He has his guard up too much, because when he does have his guard up and he's trying to block punches, he's usually getting caught. So I feel like he should. And his stamina is awesome. Like, dude, use your stamina, bro. Bro, you know what's crazy? He gave the whole. Look, man, this is what's crazy about Anthony Joshua. Yeah, that low blow was crazy, man. You talking about which one? You talking about the Daniel Dubois? You talking about the Daniel Dubois low blow? I was thinking about that today. Yeah, man, I was like, man, AJ, he has what it takes, bro. Yeah, that Daniel Dubois low blow, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real with you, and this is to be honest. We're gonna keep it honest on this channel. We're gonna say our real thoughts. I feel like Usyk took the easy way out when he did that low blow. Because at first I looked at it, I said Usyk don't really do nothing like that. But I seen Usyk do it in another fight. Then I seen another guy do it in another fight. And I said, oh, this is something they do. Guys do that to kind of catch their win, or hey, sometimes that punch don't land on that belt or that cushion they have down there. And for what we seen, Daniel Dubois got a lot of power. He got a lot of punching power. I gotta give Usyk credit for fighting a guy like Dubois too. Because a lot of guys haven't been in the ring with a guy like that recently. That's why I'm not too hard on Usyk. He's still challenging himself. So with guys like that, you gotta leave them alone and let them do what they want. But yeah, that low blow, it was, bro. Nah, man. That's not good for the sport. Definitely not good for the sport. And you know what's crazy? After that low blow, guess what? The next 2 weeks, I seen. Did you see when that guy kept punching F.A. Jagaba as a low blow? That guy, the Eastern European guy. Hey, yeah, man, appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and be on here around this time again tomorrow, bro. Thanks for the support, bro. For real, that was a nice conversation, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here as well. If y'all wanna follow me on Instagram, TikTok, I have all that on there now, but I'll probably be giving out some more information later on. Hey, before y'all leave, let me know if y'all wanna hear about a story or something about anybody. I'll put something out, a fighter in the comments. Put a fighter name in the comments, or what you want to hear about a fight he got coming up or something. Charlo versus Canelo or something. Before y'all leave, I'll wait a minute. But that's all I got though, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, shout out, man. Slick Nick, appreciate that, bro. For real. Hey, shout out to y'all in the comments, man. Everybody's in here. Whoever else in here, man. Shout out to you too, man. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it.